little green light here. Let's just wait for this little green light here to say we are on it. We are good to go, baby. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKR Sport, we are here for a big game-ish. It's an international friendly, so it's not, crucial for any means whatsoever. Obviously, Australia in our last game that we did play, I should say who's playing it first. Obviously, it is Australia versus, I nearly said Peru because they're showing highlights, but it's Australia versus New Zealand here, guys, in the Cross-Tasman rivalry. This is going to be kind of an interesting game for me because we haven't seen Australia playing a little bit, and obviously the A-League season is not on right now. We're kind of just having to rely on the fact that I can't remember a time losing to New Zealand. I genuinely cannot remember the last time that we've lost to New Zealand. Obviously, we are going to the World Cup. They are not going to the World Cup. Unfortunately, I would love to have seen Costa Rica get beaten there by New Zealand for the Kiwis, our Kiwi brothers, to get over the top of them. But unfortunately, it was not to be. But obviously, Andrew Redmayne was the sexiest man on the planet. The absolute sexiest man on the planet. You guys saw me. We streamed it live as he saved a penalty and took us to the FIFA World Cup that starts in 59 days. Not long now, obviously, with the Rugby League World Cup first. That's in about 3 weeks' time. And like 2 days after, the FIFA World Cup gets on there. But guys, please in the chat, let me know, when was the last time that the Socceroos have actually lost to New Zealand? I know we don't play them a whole heap, but obviously after the pandemic hit, it's really difficult to actually even remember back before then. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, obviously hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll get to the chat in one moment. Let's go through the two team lineups here first here before we do get to see what you guys, you muppets, are saying. But for the Aussies tonight, we got Matty Ryan as our keeper, and he is obviously our captain as well. We've got Karacic, Sainsbury, Dejanek, and Behic in the back line. We've got Aaron Moy, Jackson Irvine, Hrustic, and then also Boyle, Taggart, and Mabil. Adam Taggart, my boy, I know him from his Brisbane Raw days. I'm looking forward to seeing him tonight. I think he's still is he in South Korea still or in Japan? Which one of those leagues? He was obviously the Brisbane Raw. Fantastic player, Adam Taggart. Haven't spoken to him in a long time, actually, but no, he's a good bloke, and hopefully he still is a cracking on now, and hopefully he cracks on a nice little goal here tonight. On the bench tonight, Atkinson, King, Leckie, Deng, McLaren, the sexiest man on the planet, Andrew Redmayne, McGree, Duke, John Rowe, Langerak as well on the bench for the goalkeeper, Kowal, Metcalf, Devlin, Tilio, and Delbridge. So that is the team lineup today for the Aussies. Let's go over now to New Zealand. Let's go over and have a look here at the New Zealand team. I wasn't actually ready for this one, and I don't know if I'm following. I should follow the New Zealand football. New Zealand football. There we go. Yep, not. Alrighty, so... Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for. No, I'm looking at the actual New Zealand... Oh, my God, I'm all over the shop. I'm all over the shop here, guys. Give me 2 seconds here. Like I said, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. I just got to try and figure this out here. Just got to try and figure this little bad boy out. What's going on here? What is going on here? My phone is all over the shop. I'm trying to get the New Zealand goddamn lineup because... The big fella, Pato Cat, usually puts it in the Discord, but obviously he's too busy accepting my NFL fantasy trade to do that. He's too busy accepting my NFL fantasy trade. 1 second, let's get this little bad boy here. And I saw that one there. And let's go all white, see if it's under all whites on Instagram. I think it probably should be. All whites on Instagram, and it is. There you go. And now I'm following them. All right, squad announced for Auckland. This is just the squad for the games in general. They actually haven't had come up with a lineup here. They brought Carl Adams, Joe Bell, Michael Boxall, Liberato Kakache, who plays for the Phoenix, Andre de Jong, Matt Garbutt, Alex Grieve, Cam Howison, Dane Ingham. Where's Dane now? I'm not even sure where Dane is now. Elijah Just, Callum McGowan, Ben Old, Alex Paulson, Tim Payne. Good player, Tim Payne. Nana Pinaka, Winston Reid. He's over there in the Premier League, but they're not doing too well right now. The West Ham. They're not doing too well right now. Storm Rue, Ollie Sale, Marcos Dominic, Bill Twiloma, Ben Wayne, Chris Wood, fantastic Chris Wood, Burnley Man, Michael Wood, and Declan Wynn. So that is the lineup. That's not the lineup, but that's the team they brought over. And I'll read you out the actual physical lineup when it does come up here. But, all right, let's get into the chat here, guys. Australia should be winning this. I just want to throw this out there. New Zealand, you may be better at us than rugby union, But when it comes to other sports, it's usually sit back and enjoy. I need to get back at you for what happened on the weekend, guys. Listen, don't talk to me about no referees. Don't talk to me about no refereeing decisions that we haven't seen ever in the 80th minute of a game. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear nothing. It didn't happen. It's not going to be talked about, and it doesn't need to be said because life is a lie. Life isn't fair. All right, and guess what? It's if you want to talk about it, well. Life isn't fair, right? But hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you are new around here, and let's see what you guys are saying. Here we go. And like I said, guys, 59 days until the FIFA World Cup. I am so excited. We're going to be streaming every single game of the FIFA World Cup, every single one of them. Alrighty, UFC only fans, I'm excited. I don't even watch soccer, but I made the first leg of about 10 big weekend NRL multis. Well, big weekend NRL multis. It was only 2 games. So you would so it's individual, like having, I don't know what you're talking about. Ryan Zargle says, no problems with G.I. Jane Joe, you're all over the shop. Carl Jevers says, hi Blaze. Patty Cat says, got the World Cup countdown, it's going to be massive on this channel. It's going to be damn well massive, babe. Woo, 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 woo. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Fitty Brown says, hi, hello mate. Patty Cat says, we're actually at Suncorp Stadium right now. We're shooting from the game. I'm here right now, mate. I'm here right now. Not many people here, unfortunately. Not many people here, but hello, I'm right here. I'm at Suncorp Stadium, the stinkest stadium in the world. That's a great stadium. Ryan Sagas, I got Australia 4-0 here. I said, because Clarkey actually messaged me just before saying, is it worth watching tonight? And I said to him, look, it should be 3-0 win for me. We're a team with the FIFA World Cup. I don't recall the last time. I don't know when the last time we lost to New Zealand is. Obviously, New Zealand isn't a big footballing nation. Neither really is Australia overall. But Australia is usually pretty good on a rounded basis. New Zealand were the only team, I believe it was in 2010 when they drew all their games. They were happy with that, right? So in 2010, one of the best World Cups ever, by the way, I think that was South Africa. New Zealand actually didn't lose a game. In their group stage, they drew all 3 games. Didn't make it past the group stages, mind you, but didn't lose any of their group stages. So they were very happy with that. That's the kind of goals, and you've got to respect that. That's the kind of goals that New Zealand go out with. They're not looking for glory. Australia, we're more about kind of maybe progressing past the group stage. I don't think that it's a goal, obviously, but I think it is realistic too. I think this time around with Denmark, Tunisia, and France, it is actually relatively realistic that we could get out of the group stage just. It's going to be tight between us and Denmark. We should have beaten them last time. We had Denmark and France in our group stage in Russia, and we drew with Denmark and should have beat Denmark. We should have beaten them. We were the much better team. Now, unfortunately, Daniel Lazani at the time didn't have his bloody kicking boots on because he missed quite a few opportunities that were really solid opportunities. And in the game against France, we were actually leading 1-0, or it might have been 1-0 to France, and then we made it 1-1. No, I think we were leading against France, who ended up winning. But unfortunately, a very bad deflected goal in the last few moments of that game really cost us there. But overall, we had a chance to progress past that group stage. We did. So I back us in again. I really do. I back us in. No one thought we'd get past Peru to get here. We got there. Peru were making fun of us. They were literally laughing at us on their national TV. Well, guess what, baby? Who's laughing now? We're going to the World Cup, and you ain't but a bitch. Bing, bing. I like it. I like it. And Tommy says, great wiggle. The Sydney FC go and get around him. Ryan's like, Australia 4-0. Yeah, I've got minimum 3-0, and that should be happening. It should be happening. And it's with all due respect to New Zealand too. I don't think that... I'm not saying that I think Australia should win here 3-0 based on the fact that I'm disrespecting New Zealand. I'm not doing that because I understand where they're at as a team and what their kind of aspirations are. They are trying to obviously improve with the financial givings that they receive, right? So it's not easy. It's not easy. And they're still in the Oceania section. We're in the Asia section, so we play bigger opponents, better opponents. We're not taking on the likes of, Fiji and New Caledonia, Tahiti, Papua New Guinea. We're taking on the likes of Iraq, Japan, South Korea, those big boys there. No one cares about Saudi Arabia. I can't wait to see them get knocked out in the group stages because that's going to be fantastic after the way they treated us here on the stream when we lost to Japan. Was it? No, we lost one of the game beforehand. Yeah, I think it was Japan. No, we lost to Japan. That's right, we lost to Japan, and that was when we couldn't make it from the automatic qualification spot. And I'll never forget that from Saudi Arabia, so don't worry. When their games are on, we'll be going for whoever's playing Saudi Arabia. Patty Cat says like 2,000 would be my guess. Yeah, probably back then would be probably when we last lost to them. Probably back then around that point. Blizzy says, I'm going for the team with the blue flag with the Union Jack on it. That's Australia, mate, and that's also New Zealand. But there's actually a thing called a draw, so you could also not be right there. So well done on playing yourself. You played yourself, Muddy Bish. You played yourself. Carl Davis says, let's go another stream. We're always here. We're always here. Reed Nichols says, go New Zealand. Oh, Dane's at Newey. Oh, okay, he was at the Raw, and then he must have obviously gone to... the old Newcastle. Isaac NRL says, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Exactly right. Macapaka says, hopefully Richie McCaw is playing for us tonight. Yeah, look, Richie McCaw might be playing for you tonight in spirit, is what I'll say there. Yeah, he might be playing for you tonight in spirit. He might find it a bit tough, though, playing football. He's obviously really, one of the best, if not the best, captain and player of all time in New Zealand rugby union history. Obviously, you got Jalen Loman, but Richie McCaw, what a player. Don't know how he's going to translate to the All Whites, though. Yeah, All Blacks, maybe. But then again, black and white are the opposite, right? So that's why he probably can't fit in the All Whites. So that's something you've got to start thinking about, mate. You've got to start thinking about that. AJ says, let's go Aussie. We'll win 3-1. I don't like conceding a goal here. I really don't. I think Australia should be too good for that. I really don't believe we should be conceding a goal here. I think that the midfield should be absolutely suffocated here by Australia. We're not a great team. We're not. But we should be a great team in comparison to New Zealand. We have a harder way to get into the World Cup group stages. We are the league that they play in, mind you, with the Wellington Phoenix. We have not missed a World Cup since 2002 was the last World Cup we missed. We made 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, and 2022. So, yeah. We should be winning this one. We should be winning it. But then again, you do see in international friendlies, guys, you see teams like Brazil lose occasionally, and you see teams like England lose frequently. Mitchell Jeffrey says, what do you think of when you hear of New Zealand? I love New Zealand, bro. I don't have any problem with New Zealand. New Zealand are our brothers, man. New Zealand, there's no hatred there. Rivalry with New Zealand is like, I was actually speaking with my roommate about this before, Canada, like, New Zealand to Australia is like Canada to the USA in a very similar way there. There's no hatred there. It's not that I hate New Zealand in any sport. I would rather New Zealand win than any English ever. That's because there is a much more fierce rivalry with the English. With New Zealand, we literally live with them. New Zealand and Australia are kind of the same country. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're different, but they're kind of the same. So you just kind of, it's more of a respect rivalry in my personal opinion. Yes, we obviously disagree like brothers from time to time, but overall, you can have your rugby union, we'll have our football, our rugby league, our cricket, our tennis, our every sport that's not rugby union. But Brown says, does Australia have a Harry Kane? Australia does not have Harry Kane, mate, unfortunately. Or fortunately. I wish we had, Erling Haaland. But obviously we do not. He's at Norway. That is such a miss, by the way. I just want to say, be scared, Premier League, because you have all the best players in the world from the Premier League going to the World Cup. Guess who's not going to be there? Guess who's going to be getting a rest for the end part of the season? Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland will not be at the FIFA World Cup. So he's going to be resting up and he's going to be fresh after that World Cup finishes. You should be terrified if you are a fan of another team. You should be terrified. Petticat says, Winston Reid's final game for New Zealand this series. Mate, what a player he's been. You know what I'm saying? What a... Sorry, I saw something there. What a player that he has been in his career, man. You've got it. I think, would you class him as the best New Zealand international? Would you say that Winston Reid's probably done the best of any Kiwi player in the past? I think maybe. I think maybe. I'm trying to think of another player. Like, obviously, old mate played for Fiji. But he did play for the Wellington Phoenix. That's where I got confused. Who would you say is the best Kiwi to ever play the game? Get my wife your mouth says, I mean, France can get the curse. France are going to get the curse. Don't you bullshit me. Get my wife your mouth. Don't you bullshit me. The curse is happening. The Champions curse is happening. For anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about here, we've got 15 minutes to go until the game starts, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. But if you don't know what we're talking about in regards to the curse, the team who wins the World Cup the previous time never gets it out of the group stages, right? So in 2006, Italy won the World Cup. It shouldn't have. In 2010, Italy got knocked out of the group stages. They're not even at the World Cup anymore. They've missed the last two World Cups. They're not going to be at the next one. In 2010, the Español, the Spain, And they won. In 2014, got knockout group stages. In 2014, the Germans. This is Germany. They won the World Cup. 2018, they got knocked out. Gonski, group stage. And now, France won the World Cup in 2018. And they're in our group stage, baby. So come here, baby. Don't you dare tell me that Tunisia is the other team that makes it. Don't you dare tell me that it's Denmark and Tunisia. Because France aren't making it past the group stages because they're going to choke it up because it's a curse, and curses are real in regards to sport. Go and look at the Cups for 108 years. Go and look at the Sharkies for bloody 50 years. Curses are real. I'm telling you. It's happening. Australia making it out of the group stages. When we beat France 1-0 in the 90th minute to go and say sayonara, matabish. AJ Ellis says, we haven't lost to New Zealand since 2002 in New Zealand. Well, that's a long time ago. 2002. Oh, really? 2002. So that's the same time we last won the Bledisloe Cup. So there we go. Well, welcome to this stream, baby. The last time we won the Bledisloe Cup was, I think, 2002. And the last time that New Zealand beat us in this sport was 2002. Funny how things are kind of like polar opposites. Tessa Doddy says, hi, Ryan Zargle says, to be fair, we've played them like twice since though. Hey, enough out of you. Enough out of you. No. We have to benefit the conversation to Australia, not New Zealand. Settle down. Anything positive about Australia, that's the winner. Patacat says this is also the 100-year anniversary match for the Socceroos. That's cool, as. What channel is the football on? The football tonight will be on 10 Plays, where I'll be watching it on. Do be careful about commenting goal or telling people what's happening in the chat before you see me commentate it. Because if you do, you'll get timed out if it's too early. Because 10 Play, YouTube is a little bit behind, right? YouTube is about 15 seconds behind where I actually am right now. Yeah, so be careful. Because people are obviously listening to this broadcast because they can't watch a game. And also, some people just enjoy listening to the broadcast and us talking about it, yeah? So try not to ruin it for everyone else. Just put goal when there is... when you've seen that I've reacted to it, or you know I'm about to react to it, if you know what I'm saying. Bright Rama says, "What's the pay like for an Aussie soccer player?" It's not fantastic. It's fine. Like it's better than what most people are earning, but it's not anything like European wages. It's a good question actually. I couldn't actually tell you the exact kind of number bracket range, but it's not wild. I think Woods, Woods would be a good shout. Wayne Talpa. Bangalore Productions, what stadium is the background? Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. Early 2000s Brazil team, gee whiz, Ronaldo and Ronaldinho. Absolutely fantastic team back then. I honestly could see Brazil to win it again this year. I could see. Well, I would love nothing more than Argentina to win. Because Lionel Messi, this will be his last World Cup. I would love nothing more than to see Lionel Messi get the World Cup. Because there's no chance Portugal do it. I just want to throw that out there. There's no chance Portugal win the World Cup. So, I really did. And I don't think there's much of a chance of Argentina winning it. But I think it's the South American team's turn. 2004 was Brazil. No, sorry, 2002 I think was Brazil. 2006 obviously was Italy, European. 2010 was Spain, European. 2014 was Germany, European. 2018 was France, European. So the last 4 World Cups in a row, we've seen a European team win. I don't think that the South American teams are just going to sit back. I really feel like this. And I guess I know the stadiums are air-conditioned this time around, which is weird. I know, in Qatar, they're air-conditioned. But overall, I think that the South American teams are going to really adapt to the conditions over there a little bit better than what, obviously, the European teams will. But there is some great teams still from Europe that are going to be absolutely fantastic, as per usual. Makapaka says, I feel like Australia is our big brother that we are trying to prove ourselves to. Absolutely. It's absolutely right. And you beat us at everything, so that's probably why we cherish rugby union. Well, I don't think that's why you cherish rugby union. I think it's just because rugby union has been... rugby union is your main sport regardless of that for me. But in the same sense, it is something that you hold on to dearly. That's why I keep telling you guys, and on the rugby union streams, I say, do not want Australia to win the Bledisloe Cup ever. You don't want it to happen. Because that is your last piece. That is your last piece that you can kind of hold on to. Obviously, it's yearly, so you can win back the next year. But you would not want to deal with me that year. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing that out there. Ringo versus Easy Dub Australia. Yes. It should be. Anything can happen in football. Anything can happen in sport. But it should be an easy win here. We're going to the World Cup. They're not going to the World Cup. We play in difficult group games. They play Fiji, Tahiti. We have probably more worldwide players that are probably at a higher level than New Zealand. Besides, the likes of Reid and Wood. Jackson Irvine's been killing it lately, actually, over in the German league. Yeah, I think he's in League 2 at St. Pauli, but I know last year I was following him a little bit there, Jackson Irvine, and he's a good player, man. He's a good player over there. It's the second division of Germany, but it's still a tough league there. Hamburg were there last year. Hamburg were down there, and Hamburg's a good team. These are teams with a lot of history, and when your team has a lot of history, man, you've really got to take notice of those kind of teams that even are down to those second divisions. UFC Only Fam says, hey bro, Aussie to win is my lock of about 10 fat multis this weekend. You likey? Yeah, surely. Australia to win this should be like $1.20. It really should be. It should be short. It should be short, but I keep saying the word should for a reason. Paddock says, yeah, he has to be the best. Chris Wood would probably have a chance to pass him. Yeah. Michael Packer says, that's why there's so many dickhead rugby union fans in New Zealand, because we can't gloat about anything else except rowing, but who cares about rowing? Rowing only kind of comes around when the Olympics are on, and people don't really care too much about the Commonwealth Games either. When it comes to the Olympics, yeah, you've got that one to throw out there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. There's a reason why there's a lot of Muppets. But in the same sense, a large portion of New Zealanders are also quite respectful about the Blazekippaxross Cup and about rugby. But when it comes to, there's always going to be a part of the crowd, dude. There is. There is. AJ says, I think I know what you saw. Yeah, AJ. Well, I saw the first comment. I haven't been able to read them yet. But AJ, I'm taking on so much risk there. Like if anyone says it's unfair, they're ridiculous. I'm taking on an unbelievable amount of risk in regards to that trade. So if anyone vetoes that, they're stupid, right? It's literally like I've got a lot of potential and a lot of chance there. However, I'm taking a ginormous amount of risk in regards to that. But obviously, this is a football stream, so we can talk about that tomorrow on the NFL stream. I'll be doing the NFL tomorrow. Good morning, something Mouse is 1 Australia, 2 Denmark. I like it. Curses are also real regarding mummies. Thanks, Wrinkleburger. Thank you. Get my understanding about your mouse says Mbappe is less than Haaland. Yes, because Haaland is not a selfish little whiny baby that doesn't pass the ball, and if he does pass the ball and doesn't receive it back, he's going to walk off from the attack, mid-attack, which he's done frequently, which is a really common occurrence with Mbappe. So you can be the most talented player in the world, but if you're not a team player, you can get off my team. Truly, if you're not a team player, you can get off my team. I honestly couldn't care less. When it comes to Mbappe, he's an absolutely superb talent, man. One of the best players in the world. And if he wasn't a Muppet, who wasn't a selfish human, I would say, like, if you can make someone sympathise for Neymar not being selfish, then that means you've got an issue, right? If you can sympathise for Neymar being a part of a team because the guy they've got is selfish to pass it to him, there's an issue. There's an issue with you. And that's the thing. That's the thing that I had to say there. Guy Something Mouse says, do you think Haaland will play for England soon? He was born in Leeds, so he can. No, mate. No, mate. He's Norwegian. Saturn Calvin says, only 59 days till the Socceroos go undefeated and win the World Cup. Can't wait. I like it. I like it. Yes, I do. I really do like it. Ryan Kumar says, where can you watch it? Online, 10 Play, bro. Just jump on 10 Play. Tessa Aussie says, New Zealand are called the All Whites. Yes, they are. David Carr says, hi, BKR Sport. Are you going to the AFL Grand Final Saturday night at the MCG in Melbourne? No, I'll be right here, crying whether we win or crying whether we lose. I'm a Geelong Cats fan, as you guys know. I'll be right here. I have to prioritise going to see my daughter and also going to the NRL Grand Final next week. So I will be in Sydney next week. I can't go down to Melbourne, come back to the Gold Coast, then go down to Sydney, then come back to the Gold Coast, and then go to Fiji. It's just too much there. I'm still a small channel, guys. Like, I'm not a billionaire. I do my best. That's why I appreciate any donation that you guys send through. But I just don't have the ability to go bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot in 3 weeks as well. Gilbert Land says, looking pretty empty to stadium, BK. Are you the only one attending it? I am, yeah. I've got private seats here, mate. I've got private seats. I put all my money into the private seats right here. Nicholas says, Gus. Get my something now says, Mbappe is a great player, but he acts like a toddler. He is a toddler. Gilbert Land says, Haaland's been representing Norway since he was a baby. Haaland could potentially be... I'm not going to say it here because, well, to be fair, if Haaland continues down this trajectory, wow. Wow. I just want to throw it out there. If Haaland continues down this trajectory right now, wow. AJ Ellis says, do you hear about Australia want a second division by halfway through next year? I think it's a warranted opinion right now. 5 minutes to go until kickoff, guys. 5 minutes to go until kickoff. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I think it's a warranted opinion because you're getting a lackluster amount of fans to games anyway, right? You're literally struggling to... Oh, Gus hitting. That's what he's talking about. I was like, what's going on here? Nicholas, I was like, what's Gus happening here? I thought we were talking about Gus Gould for a second there. Gussie hitting. Yeah, fantastic. But yeah, it's a warranted opinion now. It is a warranted opinion about a second division because the fact that, the Raw, even Sydney FC, even the Wanderers, even Victory, everyone who had a large supporter base now doesn't, right? They don't go to the games. So it's like, you're not losing a great deal of money if they actually did get taken down to the second division. Yeah? And we've just seen that the Brisbane Raw, they'll lose a lot of money, but it's not that much of a gap. And I think that you should warrant and reward teams to be good and punish teams for not doing well, right? And I think that we are at a stage right now where we've seen the FFA Cup, the big teams are getting rolled by... There's a team in the FFA Cup final. I don't know if it's been played or not. I don't watch the FFA Cup, right? But there's a team that got there by beating Brisbane Raw in the semi-final. So we're in the final and we've got a NPL team in there, which means that they're pretty good, right? So give them a chance. Let's create a second division. Let's create a tier system because there's not much of a gap. There really isn't, right? If you want to positively, bring this team up, that's fantastic because this league is shite right now. It is shit right now, the A-League. It is terrible. That's why I don't stream the A-League, guys, because I don't want to shit on a league. I don't want to shit on sport. I want it to be a good experience here. But I'm not going to lie to you. You know I'm truthful with what I say. Tommy says, are you saying you are pregnant with Haaland's child? Blaze, if Haaland wanted me to be his baby mama, I'd probably say yes at this point. You can't deny it with how many goals he's scoring for the club. You can't deny it with how many goals he's scored for Man City. If he asked me to be the baby mama, I'm in. All right? I'm in. Bit weird, but I'm in. Someone says, take your Panther Pride back to sell. Okay. AJ Ellis says, they have said 5 NPL teams will have the money to do it, and the A-League clubs' junior teams will get put in as well. Oh, that's a bit shit. No, that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening. Like, you do have that in Europe, but those teams can't be promoted, FYI. So there are, like, Real Madrid B and whatnot in, lesser, I think the second division, maybe, of the La Liga. But they can't actually progress into the La Liga because the team that is their, father club essentially is already there. So you can't have those two teams there. So it would kind of defeat the purpose there. It really should. They really should have multiple. But if they were serious about this, they would fund. If they were serious about this, they would fund. Because I can tell you right now, a lot more people would give a shit if there was promotion and relegation. Promise you that. Guarantee you that. Financially, difficult, but a lot more people would give a shit about the A-League if you had promotion and relegation, and that's a fact. David Carr says the A-League starts on the 7th of October. I know, I'll be streaming it. I'll be streaming some of it. I'm going to try and keep positive mindset. I will try and keep positive mindset. But you've also got to remember, guys, that the FIFA World Cup, there is no stoppage. There is no stoppage. So all the European leagues and whatnot, they get paused. But there is no stoppage during the World Cup in Australia. So the A-League will be on at the same time. So it's going to be a crazy time on the channel, baby. Crazy time. Declan Smith is Brisbane Raw Premier League level. Brisbane Raw are World Cup level, son. I reckon we shouldn't send Australia. We should just send the Brisbane Raw. That's what I'm thinking. Nicholas Stockton says, time for the Horostic show. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's get the Horostic show going on here. The boys are out in the field right now, guys. We are about to get underway. Australia and New Zealand in the middle of the pitch. It's 100 years of Socceroos, apparently. Is that it? It's the 100th anniversary? Look at us go, mate. We're flying. You can't stop us. You just can't simply stop us. I'm glad the weather is has softened up a little bit too. It was pouring down rain to the Gold Coast today. I know I'm on the Gold Coast, right? I live on the Gold Coast. But, yeah, it was pouring down rain. So I'm glad that it's not pouring down rain as we speak. Hi, but it says World Cup winners. I like it, Australia. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zempai says, how many Macca's meals will I need to buy for tickets? just to confirm for people out there, if you wanted to go to the A-League Grand Final, all you had to do was buy a McDonald's meal. Truly, it's not even a joke. A-League is on for the World Cup, only a couple of weeks so. Oh, it is? Oh, well then AJ, you're the biggest muppet that ever did see Muppet. AJ messaged me on Instagram last night saying that the A-League is not pausing. Tested Aussie says, how many teams are going to be in the second division next year? I don't know. I just got told about this on stream. 100th anniversary of the Socceroos. Let's go. Let's get it. A-League, Smay League. Broncos, Schmonkos. How about that, Brian Robinson? You like that one? Yeah, I like it. I like it. Broncos, Schmonkos. Magapaka says, you might have to hire an off-brand Blaze to cover some content so your schedule isn't so full. Well, it's funny. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Oh, no, I would be, because he does it. So, obviously, my mate Hamish, the Kiwi lads, I said how, like, he wanted us to do other sports too. And I said, be very careful, because obviously it's very difficult to do what I do. Like, you have to be up at all hours of the time, and you have to be able to swat games, and, you know, and you've got audiences who don't care about this sport, but they care about this sport, and then when you do this sport and not this sport, they're like, well, shit, I'm only here for this, so I'll unsubscribe. It's quite hard, and I was kind of giving him that warning about that, because it has been a bit of a problem with mine in the past. But he has his parents that do some streams, apparently. I didn't know this, but apparently he gets his parents to do streams for him. Which apparently people enjoyed. Like, people enjoyed that. So maybe I can get a mate to do one. You know what I'm saying? No. I don't know. I think this is a very individual channel here, man. I can only do as much as I can do. And Brian says, you got me there? I got you. I did. Yeah, the Broncos are Schmonkos. That is absolutely correct. It's absolutely correct. They are. They definitely. That's a fact, actually. Galaxy YouTube says, go the Aussies. Ryan Zugg says, weather was trash today. Z25 as well. The 16th of October will be a snooze fest for sport. Either A-League or Cambosis Junior versus Haney 2 was on. Well, I'll stream the Cambosis versus Haney fight, that's for sure. The big Donkos as well. There's no big Donkos there, no. I would go as far as say small Donkos, but obviously that wouldn't make sense in regards to kind of the way it's being said, but they definitely are not big, that's for sure. Thomas is asking Antonio and Daniel on Stream Blaze. Just a shout, I could do it, but in the same sense, they wouldn't know their left and rights. They wouldn't know their left from their right. Panic says, I'll bet the Cambosis fight. Z25 says, Haney will win that. Probably, mate, probably. But in the same sense, we've got to back in our boy. Got to back in our boy. Carl Jervis says, cannot wait for the Cows Eels tomorrow. Yeah, should be a good game, that one. And then we obviously got on Saturday the Rabbitohs and Panthers. Bones Boy, you can watch the game on 10 Play. 10 Play is where we get to watch the game. It's for free online, so it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good, but obviously if you want the interactive commentary for everyone who's new here, that's what we'll be doing here. Interactive commentary, I'll tell you what's going on in the game, but hold on 1 second here. Oh, wow, there's actually positive comments on that, Pato. Hey, Patrick, there was actually, I thought I was going to get slammed like I always do. I thought I was going to get slammed like I always do, but it's actually, I saw the first comment and I thought, oh, I'm probably done here. I saw you ceiling with Henry and Taylor is insane. I was like, here we go. But there you go. There you go. It's not bad. Jasper says, you can only do what you can do. Keep up the good work. I can only do what I can do. Exactly right. Macapaka will not be getting an Isan Masters to stream before he goes. Bonesy Boy says normal commentary is a no-no, but the Blaze commentary is a yes. And that's what we like to see. So we just got the National Anthem of New Zealand coming up right now. Beautiful anthem. Brian Robinson says, I couldn't even guess what the Aussies get paid in soccer. I wouldn't know, mate. I really wouldn't know. I'm actually going to find this. At our feet. Alright, so average... well, we'll go with average Socceroos player salary. Socceroos average salary. Here we go. The top tier players received a base salary of $83,771 in 2019-20. Alright, so just for playing with the Socceroos, they get $83,771. And that was in 2019-20 though. It could be similar. A second tier player received $56,000 in the last pay cycle, while a third tier player received $40,000 at least. Not Bottle says, can't wait for the World Cup. Yeah, World Cup's going to be amazing, man. World Cup's going to be amazing. 1 second. I haven't lost to them since we last won the Blazeslow. Hold on a second. We last won the Blazeslow. But this is also sport. So, you know, anything can happen. There you go, lads. All right. Australian National Anthem on now. Tommy says, half of A-League Aussie players are paid by Centrelink. Half of A-League Aussie players are paid by Centrelink. Thanks, Tommy, for shitting on our entire nation. Benzi Benzema, when does the game start? About 3 minutes away, man. We're just listening to the National Anthem of Australia, and then we'll be getting straight into the game, man. So we're, yeah, a minute or so away, maybe. A minute or so away. Paddy McComb says, Aaron Moy, he's a hoot watching Glasgow Celtic putting on a show. Mate, Aaron Moy, what an absolute player. What an absolute fantastic player. Alrighty. Jasper said, but he was a bit of a sellout for a little bit there. He was a sellout, but yeah. The old Aaron Moy is a fantastic player. Bit of a sellout, though. Jasper says, is it after the Rugby League World Cup or during? It starts 2 days after the Rugby League World Cup finishes is when the FIFA World Cup starts. Brian Roberts says 80k is a right. Origin gets 90 for 3 games. Yeah, but in the same sense, you know, Socceroos is on a bit of a bigger scale. Carl Jefferson, you shrimp the Rugby World Cup. I do everything. ZO25 says A-League players are playing by betting companies. Are played by betting companies because it makes you want to have a sleep. Yeah, the A-League needs to improve. Let's put it that way. Let's go as far as say that. But alright, here we go. There's just an add-on right now, and then we will get the kickoff. 10 plays, a little bit of a mess sometimes. They don't time it correctly, and sometimes you miss the first kick of the ball. The first kick of the ball. But let us know your score predictions in the chat. I'm going to go and say, we win comfortably. I'm going to go 4-0. I'm going to back in a comfortable, because that's what we should be winning by, right? That's what we should be winning by. So I'm going to back us in. I'm going to say 4-0 to the Aussies. I could see a 4-1, a scuffed little goal there. It's not like the defense is any great. But there's no way that we should be only winning by 1 goal against New Zealand, and there's no way we should not be winning against New Zealand. So, if we concede a goal, it's still friendlies, guys. This is the thing I want to say, right? If Australia are to lose this game, do not panic, right? Just don't panic. It's an international friendly. It shouldn't be happening, but do not panic. So the starting lineup here for Australia: Matt Ryan in goal, Fran Karcic, Trent Sainsbury, Milos Dajanek, and Aziz Bejic. Ooh, dangerous that one. Aaron Moy in the midfield with Jackson Irvine and Aiden Hrustic, and then Martin Boyle, Adam Taggart, and Alwyn Mabil up front there. We've got a billion substitutes. This is a friendly, guys, so get used to it. Bob the Maintenance, guys, a 10-year New Zealand win. Yeah, cool, but Tommy says, also, A-League need to have better marketing to gain more bums in seats. Yeah, they don't put any money into marketing. They don't put any money into that. Brian Roberts says 10-0. Holy dooly, that's a walloping. Yeah, so that's obviously a fake account troll. He's not hiding it from anyone. Not Bottle says friendly. I don't care. Yeah, I know, Not Bottle. I know. It's you still need to win. You still want to win here. We still should be winning, but in the same sense, it is still a friendly. You still need to be winning this one. But all right, for the New Zealand All Whites today, Oliver Sale as a goalkeeper, Dane Ingham, Michael Boxall, Ananyo Pishinaka, and Liberato Kakachi as the back line. You've got Matthew Garbutt, Joe Bell, Tim Payne, and Elijah just in the midfield with Andre de Jong and Chris Wood up front for the Kiwis. Bones and Boys says Aaron Moy is legit one of the GOATs. Oh, settle down. One of the GOATs? Brother, nah, nothing. Like I love Aaron Moy. He's done some great things, but you cannot be saying that he's like a Timmy Cahill, Harry Kewell kind of deal. Nah, Marky Schwarzer. Who's some other really good ones? Rattle through some names in the chat. Nah, I wouldn't be putting Moy up there. Like, what's Moy done on the Australian level here just yet? You cannot be saying he's in comparison with the likes of Timmy Cahill and the likes. Mile Jedinak, what a man. What a man. Mile Jedinak. That man was just strong. Crystal Palace defensive, just absolute boomski. Just absolute boomski. You cannot complain with a bit of Mile Jedinak. You can't. Alrighty. So here we go. The All Whites playing in all black. Chris Wood plays for Newcastle. Chris Wood played. Mark Bresciano is better. Mate, you got to love the old Bresci. Get around Brescia, man. But there we go. New Zealand will start with the ball here, guys. So obviously the way we commentate football is a little bit different. I'm not going to tell you ball by ball, but I will tell you when something big happens, and I will tell you where the ball's in the area. Like with New Zealand obviously attacking right now, it'll be a throw in here to the Socceroos. I'll take it. Yeah, greatest penalty taker ever, Ryan Zarkle. So yeah, I'll obviously let you guys know when something's happening, but if you do ball by ball, he kicks it to the left, he kicks it to the left again, he kicks it to the right, and we say goodnight. Like it's a bit dead. So you're just kind of chilling out and watching the game, and if you have a question, shoot it through. Ryan Zarkle's greatest penalty taker ever, mate. You got to love me like what did he score? 2 goals in that game. Was it against Costa Rica? Actually, we beat Costa Rica to get to the last World Cup, didn't we? if I'm not mistaken. I think we won 3-0. Mile Jedinak with a double. Goalie caught the ball and he decides to pass the defender. Who are we talking about here? Oh, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. Declan Smith says, thoughts on Australia's kit? I want to see it up closer. It looks like a bit lighter green than normal. That was a terrible... No way. Wow! That is dreadful from Australia. It's not a goal. That's a free kick. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card. That should be a yellow card there for the New Zealand right back. That should have been a goal there for New Zealand. That should have been a goal. Honduras. That's the one, Patrick. Thank you. Yeah, Honduras. 3 goals against Honduras to take us to the World Cup. Have we ever taken on Costa Rica? I'm not sure. Ryan Zagos now scored a penalty against France and Denmark in 2018. Yeah, no. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the game against Honduras. He scored a hat-trick and one of them was a penalty. Benny says, have you seen the new AFL 23 game trailer? Yeah, I'm not going to be probably... I might play it, but I don't really have time to play too many games. I do one night a week. I could do that, but in the same sense, if I did that, people would expect more of it. And I'm probably not going to do too much of that. Yeah, we played Costa Rica in a friendly in 2013. 1-0 Tim Cahill goal. Mate, Tim Cahill's sexy. That's for sure. That's for sure. That is for sure. But I know a lot of Australians don't really kind of get around with their big A-League fans because they didn't really appreciate him going to Melbourne City. Fergie said, feels like there's barely any sport going on during the week, but I didn't realise there was football on tonight until I saw that you were on. Yeah, not many people would know this game's on. There's a decent crowd, to be completely honest with you. There is a decent crowd. 2.5 minutes in here, and New Zealand have started off the better. I'm not going to lie. It's, a bit of a worrying start here for the Aussies, but that is some good pressure there from Australia, which will give us the ball, maybe? Yes, beautiful. All right, Aaron Moy heads it down. All right, opportunity here. Ball across. Oh, handball. Oh, no. If that ball had got a little bit further, that would have been a one-on-one opportunity, which would have been super nice. You should play Rugby League Live 4. Probably not. Fergie says, also can't believe I missed the BKR Sport quiz. I was watching it back. Look at the goods. Mate, it was the goods, mate. It was the goods. Even Dazmate won it. Dazmate won it. You know something's wrong when Dazmate wins it. Just simply unbelievable. Unbelievable. But all right, they're going to put that ball up here. And Australia going to in the corner. Be nice if we can get something going here. Puts the ball over the top. Should be easily defended there by New Zealand. They will do that. But it comes out the back here. All right, Australia on the attack right now. That's nice to see considering we gave up that really good opportunity in New Zealand. They could have been up 1-0 in the first minute of this game, but obviously it went straight to the keeper. But that's what you're going to be expecting. How are you a Geelong fan when you're a Titans fan? I would have thought you were a Suns fan. I get around the Sunnies, that's for sure. But the fact of the matter is that Queensland people don't normally give a shit about AFL. So as a young kid, I didn't mind the name Bombers. So I was could have been an Essendon Bombers fan, but I just didn't care. Then my mum started dating a guy who was from Geelong, and he was a big Cats fan. And to have a connection with him, I became a Geelong fan, and now I'm still a Geelong fan. And she's not with him. She hasn't been with him for like 3 or 4 years. But I'm too loyal, man. I consider obviously getting around the Sunnies. I will always get around the Gold Coast and the Suns just because they're Gold Coast, and I'm proud of where I'm from. But I can't change my team, dude. I just can't do it. It's not possible. It's not possible. But then again, I do have major love for the Gold Coast Suns that I would say is one notch below Geelong, and then below the Suns would be about a billion notches to whoever's next. I came fifth in the last quiz. I mean, BK Sport came fifth. No, that was me, mate. No, that was me. Don't lie. That was me, champion. Come on. Don't lie to anyone. Stop lying, mate. All right, show with the ball at the halfway point. Anthony says, thoughts on the new Aussie kit? Still haven't seen it up close yet, but from a distance, it looks nice. From a distance, it looks really nice. Bottles is up to Cats. Exactly right. Exactly right. Fergie says Adam Reynolds at the game tonight. Why is anyone meant to care? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. He lives in Brisbane and he's gone to the Socceroos game. Fair enough. Scott says, g'day Blaze, hope you're going well, mate. I'm going alright. Going alright. If it's the World Cup kit, it's really nice. Yeah, I like it. From a distance, I like it. And yeah, they've gone up close. I do really like it. I think it's gone back a little bit more to... It's very easy to see from a distance for one. Very Australian. Free kick to New Zealand, by the way. King of Brisbane. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's the King of Brisbane, all right. Yeah, how did he play in that last game when they had to play to win and they played the Dragons? Yeah, very good. So 6 minutes gone here, guys. New Zealand get a free kick here just outside the edge of the box to the left-hand side. And he's using a right footer here. Is that weird goalkeeper that dances around when he defends penalties playing tonight, the big bearded dude? He's on the bench, Andrew Redmayne. So Matty Ryan is our main keeper. Matty Ryan played the entire game there until penalties, and then Andrew Redmayne came on for anyone who doesn't know. Redmayne did not start that game. He was not the keeper that game until he got subbed on in the in extra time, which we were all very nervous about because we're like, Matty Ryan is an unbelievable keeper. And puts that up there. Oh my god. That's actually kind of scary. I don't understand what Australia are doing right now. Is this the Blazellowed soccer? Yes, Greg. So, like I said before, the All Whites have not won since the Australians last won the Blazellowed Cup. So, in this sport, it is the opposite to rugby union. Yes. Did he throw the other keeper's bottle? Yeah. Yeah, he did. And that's going to be free kick to Australia. Fergie says, yeah, true, Matt Ryan played for Brighton at one stage, didn't he? Yeah, he did. And then I think he went to Arsenal? Where is Matty Ryan nowadays, Patercat, or people in the chat? Where is Matty Ryan nowadays? I'm blanking on my mind right now. Oscar Grace played about twice, though, in that time compared to about 50 in rugby. 4 times, actually, Oscar. And just enjoy it. Just take it. And we can talk about rugby league if you want. Talk about rugby league. If you want to bite back, Oscar Burke, why don't we start talking about all the other sports? Settle down, all right? Don't try and get the win here. Just settle down and move on. Settle down and move on. Copenhagen, thank you. Settle down and move on, mate. Don't try and bite back, because regardless of the situation here, you ain't winning. Declan Smith says Arsenal, then Real Sociedad, then Copenhagen. Mike Wagon says, was Matt Ryan so embarrassed after losing to the Jags that he left NFL to play keeper for Aussie? I don't even know what just happened just then. Fergie says, I remember Ryan from 2020-21 EPL Fantasy was the cheap $4 million goalkeeper that a lot of people had. Yeah, Matt Ryan, and he's a great goalkeeper. That's a bad tackle there from Moyes. He'll be a free kick to New Zealand. He's a great keeper, man. And I tell you what, New Zealand are playing quite well here. You know, New Zealand are playing quite well to start us off with. Good on them in the first 8 minutes here. Australia haven't really done anything crazy just yet. Let's put it that way. Have they had a shot yet? That's a nice ball there. It's a nice ball. Hodricic to Mabil. And down the right-hand side there. Mabil. And Mabil whacks it in. Too hard. That's too hard of a kick there. But at least it opened up the opportunity. Jazz says, who do you think wins the World Cup? I really get the feeling and the vibe that it's going to be a South American team. I really feel like Europe has had their moment. And I just get that feeling like it's going to be a Brazil or an Argentina. I don't believe France go back-to-back. No way. Not for me. I know your name is Benzi Benzema, so you obviously are a French fan. And you've got a good shout, but there's a thing called the Champions. Oh my God. That should have been 1-0. That should have been 1-0 to New Zealand. This is dreadful from Australia right now. That should be... It honestly, arguably, should be 2-0. See, this is what I'm saying. If we were playing anyone who wasn't New Zealand, it would be 2-0 to the opposite team right now. I thought that was in. If we were playing a team that wasn't New Zealand right now, we'd be down 2-0. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Douglas says, what the hell was that from us? Oh my days. Terrible, man. Terrible. So close. We are so shit. Settle down, man. It's been 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Obviously, it's a little bit cagey right now, but things should change. And like I said, guys, don't freak out too much. Have a bit of worry, obviously, because if you can't beat New Zealand, it's a bit of a problem. But, don't freak out an unbelievable amount, because it is a friendly, and I've seen crazy shit happen in friendlies. Friendlies, there are crazy results all the time. Folks, for me, Portugal win it just with the great Sue, man. I don't think that happens, bro. I think if anyone wins it, out of those two, I think Argentina's got a much better opportunity than Portugal do. But, best of luck, man. I don't think that happens. I definitely think that if anyone would do it out of those two, it would be Argentina. Mark says, to be fair, if you were playing a better opponent, you wouldn't be playing to our level. Yeah, I guess this is a bit of playing to the level. But in the same sense, I don't want to discredit New Zealand in that. I think New Zealand have started off pretty decently. I'm not going to lie to you. It is still... I think Australia is playing very pedestrian and New Zealand are playing quite pacey, which is good to see. You know, you want to see New Zealand play well here. Because if you guys want to... Well, you guys shouldn't be playing in the Oceania. Let's put it that way. Like, if you want to become a good team in the world, a better team anyway, you need to play harder opponents. But obviously, Australia right now, we're in a big mess overall. Like, our nation, as a sport, football, needed to make the World Cup. If we didn't make the World Cup, it would have been more dead than it already is in the A-League, right? So it was a lot more crucial for us to make the World Cup than it was for New Zealand to. We're very, very lucky. Very, very lucky that we were able to sneak that one because, it would have been brutal to see the numbers from the FIFA World Cup or just from the A-League if we proceeded to miss the World Cup. Because, it's just gone and done a massive nosedive, and it is sad to see, man. It is sad to see, considering it was. Yes, Noah Houston, I'll be doing the NFL tomorrow. Fergus, if you think about it, Portugal should be doing better than they are. I disagree. I feel like they need a different manager. They mostly see defensive line, and for some reason it doesn't translate. Yeah, I don't think Portugal's as good as you're saying, but each their own. Each their own. I think you want them to do well for Cristiano Ronaldo. Anthony says we're not doing anything with the ball. Yeah, so 12 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. If you love your football, we're going to be streaming every single game of the FIFA World Cup right here on the channel. So, it doesn't matter what team's on, we'll be watching every single game at all hours of the morning. There'll be a free kick here to Australia. Into our own defensive half. Settle down, mate. Who's this bloke having a crack at Rustich? Rustich would crunch you. It'll be fun watching Sydney Derby with 5k fans. Like I said, man, if promotion relegation comes in like there is chatter around right now, it would really greatly, improve the support of the league. I'll say that for sure. Alright, come on, Australia, do something here. Yeah, we're not doing well. Bro, it's 12 minutes in. Relax. Like, I know it's not a great start, but we're 12 minutes in, bro. Like, you guys talk as if we've lost the game. We're still 0-0 for one. Like, if we were down 1-0, then, yeah, maybe sirens would be sounding, because I don't believe we should be conceding a goal in this game. But, obviously, we more than likely do at this stage. Daniel Smith says, I'd love to see the winner of the World Cup be a South American team if we weren't going to win it. If we weren't going to win it. I love that. Yeah, I genuinely believe they do. But then again, that could be biased from the fact that I want to see it. Albert Mabille here. Mabille here is the corner. With that back. Get it in the centre. A little bit faster there. That's nice, my boy. Oh! No. Not great there for Madam Taggart. Not great there. Couldn't hold that one down. And New Zealand will come away with the ball. No. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful challenge there. Here we go. Have a crack. Horosic over the top here. And that's going to be a goal kick. Screw him. Folks, they have bits of quality all over the pitch, especially if the players are at their best. Ronaldo speaks for himself. Ronaldo isn't what he once was. I think you're thinking he wasn't what he once was. But in the same sense, Ronaldo's still a great player. But he's also very opinionated. In midfield, you have Fernandes, who was the Prem's best midfielder 2 seasons ago. Relax. Kevin De Bruyne, hello. Let's relax in regards to that one. Mr. Ferg, best midfielder 2 years ago. Let's go and check those stats. Australia here. There's the numbers inside, but it gets blocked away by the New Zealanders. And Karacic. Oh, handball. No. Oh, it's still Australia's ball here, though. At least we're starting to get a bit more attacking pressure going on here. Moy. Come on, Aaron Moy. The bald man. And he can. Kicked away. Outside. Don't shoot that. Oh, it's gone. Ooh, it's going to be a corner. Corner. Paul Howard, thank you very much for the 10 euro. Is that 10? Yes, 10 euro donation. Get around you. I nearly said $10 do donation, but then I had to actually look at that one. Thank you very much, Paul Howard. I do appreciate you, dude. I do appreciate you. So, Aaron Moy here from the right-hand side. Good to see you. Oh, no. Headed away there from New Zealand. YouTube Schmo says you got to watch the Rugby League World Cup. I find it so absurd that I still get questions like this, eh? Like, bro, guys, I do every single Rugby League game if I'm not at the game. Like, of course I'm doing the Rugby League World Cup. And of course I'm doing the FIFA World Cup. And like, of course I am going to do it. Swaggy NRLS says, hey, hello, mate, how you doing? Bruno, best midfielder Muppet. Biggest Muppet ever. Shit, man. Australia, he went in. Oh! Corner. Yes, sir. What do you think of PSG? They're actually the best. You wish they're the best, man. What do you mean, PSG? Tell me you don't get football without telling me you don't get football. PSG the best? Oh, bless him. Bless you, Swaggy NRLers. Go and tell me how many trophies they've won, that it's actually not in a... Ah! How have you missed that, Jackson Irvine? How has Jackson Irvine missed that? How has Jackson Irvine missed that? How has Jackson Irvine missed that? There's no way Jackson Irvine should have missed that. There's no way Jackson Irvine should have missed that. No, Jackson Irvine, no. That is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe... then again, someone said PSG is the best team in the world. And then that happens, so it makes sense in regards to ridiculousness. Well, should be 2-1 New Zealand. Because that should have been a goal there for Australia. Alright, Mabil here. We're starting to get a lot better now. We've really calmed into this game. Mabil! Ooh, that was spicy. That was spicy. It was spicy. Oh, man. That's a horrible miss. It's a horrific miss, Sasha Kelson. The only thing PSG can win is the Farmers League. Exactly right. Exactly right. If you're talking about best team in the world right now based on... Oh, it's hard, man. It's hard. That's the whole point of the Champions League, to be fair. Oh, good challenge. Good challenge. New Zealand playing better in this than the rugby so far. Than the rugby? Yeah, they've played well today. I'll say that, Paul Howard. But don't disrespect PSG. But Saint-Germain can shut up. Thank you. Because you know we're close to the best in the world. Settle down. You've got a selfish human who leads your charge, and you're a bandwagoner. So you're only a fan of the team because of you're a fan of the team because of exactly why we know, right? So like, let's just move away from Paris Saint-Germain, man, because you're obviously not going to be able to have an argument here, a discussion without using Google. So let's move on. Let's get back in the game, and that's going to be goal kick to Australia. Oh no, it's a corner. Corner. Time out. Potato Ring says, how's my Crystal Palace boys doing? Solid is what I'll say. Solid. But we always knew that was going to be. We always knew. Time him out. He's an idiot. Not you, Crystal Palace, man. I'm talking about Swaggy and RLS. You're getting super annoying. Fan of the team just because of Julian Draxler. Julian. Alright, so 19 minutes gone here. And New Zealand here from the corner. Chris Wood waiting for this one to get put on top of his head. Ooh, I thought New Zealand could have got that one, but it will be a Australia ball. Tommy says PSG is a toy for billionaires. Yeah, you could argue City is too, but in the same sense, like, it's not. I would say, I think it's because they've got Neymar and Messi and also Mbappe that you're just like. Folks, obviously KDB is better than Bruno now, and I should have said Bruno was arguably better in that season because their stats were even. I'm saying that Bruno's proven he's up with the best at his best. He's up there with the best, but I also said at the time that I thought it was relatively disrespectful to KDB that Bruno was getting class alongside him. I was saying that at the time. But he was having a decent season, that's for sure. And he was having a pretty good season there for United. Oh my God, they're getting beaten down that back line. They're getting beaten. That's good defense there to not boot that out for a corner. Oh, that's nice defense. Oh, that's nice defense from Australia. Not to give you that out for a corner. That is scary. But that was good defense there for the most part from Australia. Potato says, Holmes, if Geelong is playing on Saturday, get one stomach mouse. PSG are like 10 times richer than anyone else, and they still lost the title like 2 years ago. Newcastle are actually the richest club in the world now. Their owners are worth like 230 billion with a B. So 20 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. We should get every single FIFA World Cup game on here on the channel. Folks, does this match end at 90 minutes with their penalties? No, because both sides aren't looking good here. I would disagree. This is looking good for New Zealand. You need to have perspective. No. This has been a good performance here for New Zealand. New Zealand are not a good team, right? So, this has been a good performance here for a team that's not really good. And Australia's not a good team either, but we are meant to be, levels above them this team. So, yes. No, it'll be a 0-0 draw if it has to be. There's no extra time penalties because this is a friendly. This means nothing, this game. It's a lot of money. I haven't beaten the Aussies in 20 years. Yep. Bledisloe Cup was the last. When Australia had the Bledisloe Cup last, was the last time New Zealand beat us in football. I'm not worried about a loss here. I am slightly concerned about a draw, but I'm not worried about a loss. Paul Howard says Ireland was going to the dogs with soccer for years and have recently started to recover. Pity we could not make it to the World Cup. Yeah, Paul Howard, absolutely. But what I will say in regards to that is that you don't have as many sports as Australia do in regards to having to compete for the financial support for one, and also for the support in general. Australia has rugby league, rugby union, AFL, football, cricket, tennis, and these are all played at a really high level. Swimming, these are all really financially heavily invested in on a significant level, right? So football has to compete with all that, and people just don't really care for football too much here in this country, mainly because obviously we're not that good at it, but also because down in Australia, people want to see people get, basically punched in the mouth, right? It's just about being the physically tougher guy in the Southern Hemisphere area. That's a terrible pass. And now it's New Zealand ball. Oh, there we go. That's a terrible pass. Hey, what are you doing, butter? Nah, he's playing for a penalty. That's bullshit there from Horstich. He's playing for a penalty there. That's dog shit. No. He's playing for a penalty there. He wasn't. There was never a penalty there. And I reckon he can put his foot to this to get it inside, but nah, bullshit, bro. You could have got that. He played for the penalty. Tommy says, Newcastle won't be contenders overnight. Oh, yeah, City weren't contenders overnight. When City got bought over in 2007-08, it took us 3 years for us to win our first title and FA Cup. 2011 was the first time we won the FA Cup, and 11-12. 2011-12 was the first time we won the Premier League. So, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to go through some Joes and Robinhos, that's for sure. My Perfect says, Mr. Perfect says, hey, BK, hello, mate, how you doing? Not also I'm worried because we need confidence going to the World Cup. No. Yes and no. Oh my God, jeez, New Zealand is struggling around the back right now. They're struggling to get any confidence here at all here, New Zealand. They started off well, but this is Australia's ball. Time out, Mr. Perfect. Bye-bye. You're a muppet. Yeah, Jay has did that before he even saw me say that. No one's going to subscribe to your channel, right? We're not going to plug you because if you want us to go out and just start saying that your channel sucks, we'll do that, right? Stop trying to spam the channel here with your nonsense because no one's going to go and subscribe to you, and I will not advocate for it, right? So you're going to continuously get timed out. You're probably going to get hidden if you continue. Yeah, so just enjoy the stream and work hard to become your own thing, right? And grow your own channel by doing your own thing, bro. Stop spamming your nonsense on the channel. Thank you for coming. So 25 minutes ago, this has happened on multiple streams, guys. So that's why I say, all right, I'm going to tell him something because he is a guy who does do shit. But that's the last thing I'll say on that. Alrighty. But he says, oh yeah, that's AFL. Potato says, you silly boy. He's a silly boy, mate. He's a silly boy. So New Zealand get the throw in here inside Australia's half. Inside Australia's half here. New Zealand have settled down a lot more in regards to the last 15 minutes. They're not as dominant. But yeah, to go back to your question, Paul, or your comment, Paul, is that I feel like Ireland always have the ability with football, specifically, to return, based on the fact that you are in Europe and football is a big sport in... football is a big sport in Europe, right? And Irish... Oh my God, this is dangerous on the back. The Irish still love their football. They're not great, obviously, but they're a big rugby nation and a big football nation. It's just, luckily for them, the rugby is good right now. Unfortunately for you, the football's not good, but at least you've only got two sports to compete with each other. You know what I'm saying? Comparatively to Australia, who we are overall good in most sports, not exceptional in any sport except for rugby league, is what I would say. Oh my God. And luckily we got that one away there. New Zealand are pushing here. Yeah, fair enough, Jay. Fair enough. So New Zealand here. Kakachi whips it, gets it in. Oh, good defense. Come on, block it out, Moy. Get out. Oh, good challenge there. Still New Zealand ball, but good challenge. Oh, no. Oh, it's going to be deflected away. So it's going to be a corner here for New Zealand. New Zealand are playing well. New Zealand are playing well. 26 minutes gone here. Kakache, that was a really nice turn there from him. Simon Hill's a big fan of Liberato Kakache. I'm only going to ask this question about NRL because I really feel like I need to. But obviously this is a football stream. But in regards to Joseph Swiley leaving Australia for Samoa, who cares? Like, we've got so much talent. Okay, we go Josh Adokar there. We've got Johnson on the wing. You're like, we've still got heaps of talent, man. If people keep saying, like, Australia are in trouble. Australia are not in trouble. We've still got Tedesco, Latrell Mitchell, you know. We've still got all these lads. Still got Elvis Johnston. Still got Josh Adokar. Like, you know, I'm not nervous about the World Cup at all. I couldn't care less. Joseph Swiley probably wasn't even going to make it, FYI. But, you know, good luck with them. Good luck, Samoa. Like, they've got a good team, but it's still Australia shouldn't be nervous about it. But I did keep telling you guys Samoa will be better than Tonga. I think Rugby League is on KO and Fox Sports, Potato Dragon. Copper says, come on to the thing with the ball, Australia. It'd be nice. We have gotten a lot better in the last 15 minutes, but New Zealand are still kind of poking and prodding. And he can, my guy. Come on, man. Josh Adokar is in the Australian squad. Butter. Alright, so Australia here to the left-hand side. Come on. Oh, that's a great ball. Great ball. Inside. Oh, could have been an own goal, but it's going to be a corner. Oh, so close. So close. 28 minutes in, that was super duper close. That's a brilliant ball here from Awa Mabil. Mabil's been having our best game. And Mabil's been the best one so far. Bastard Maggots is great commentary, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. It's not so sure how they will go in the World Cup this year in the middle of a biff with Russia and Ukraine. Oh, not sure how they... I'm not sure. 1 second here. Oh, it was a goal, but they're going to say it's an off. That's so unfortunate. They're going to say pushing the back. It's a free kick there to the goalkeeper, but that's unfortunate because that was a goal there, Australia. Oh, we put the ball in the back of the net, but they're going to disallow the goal there. They're going to say pushing the back. Yeah, the whistle had clearly blown, to be honest. He is pushing in the back. I think. He's saying he pulled him down. I'm not sure. But yeah, Bastard says, great commentary, mate. Not so sure how the Aussies will go in the World Cup this year in the middle of a beef with Russia and Ukraine. Oh, this Russia and Ukraine has nothing to do with this. I don't understand what that's about. Russia and Ukraine, that's nothing to do with any of this. Ryan Zucker says, how's that push? Yeah, it's a flop, but you know what? It is what it is. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Jay Dewey did. Potato Dragon says he went Jack Ginnivan style. Man, that's really unfortunate there. You know, we were starting to really press. We are still pressing. And look, we are really making a way for a goal. But, yeah. It's unfortunate that wasn't giving us a goal there. But New Zealand definitely have been the better team so far for me. So, but Awa based on perspectives and based on where they should be, comparatively, Awa here, he's been fantastic today. And that's going to be... Oh, good defense. That's good defense from New Zealand. Awa is easily the best player on the field right now for Australia. By a decent stretch, too. And we'll get it back to the goalkeeper. 30 minutes gone here, guys. 30 minutes gone. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. Fergie says, what do you think about big man Rogers' retirement? For me personally, he's the GOAT. Yeah, it's unfortunate to see Roger Federer go, man. He's my GOAT. Or, ball... Inside, offside. Offside, man. Yeah, for me, he's my GOAT. You can make an argument for any one of the three of Djokovic, Nadal, or Federer. Let's have a look at this goal again here. Jackson Irvine. Oh, no. Bullshit. That is a slip there from the New Zealander. That's not That is not a free kick. That is ridiculous. Yeah, the New Zealanders slipped in the box there. That should have been a goal. There's no way that should have been... There's no way that should have been a free kick. That should have been a goal there to Australia. Wow, that's wild. But yeah, look, for me, Federer's my GOAT. I think he's the most professional. I think he's won an unbelievable amount. And I think that he was the most unstoppable when he was playing in his prime. I think Djokovic is going to win more. And I think Nadal is the... well, Nadal's the clay court king, but Nadal is the one that all the women love too, mind you. So they always kind of favour him, women do. Oh, good challenge, good challenge. Oh, he's going to get the ball back. Should be 2-2, should be 2-2. Shut up, Macapaka. Shut up, Macapaka. I'm not going to read your stupid comment out, that's for sure. Can tell you that much for free, mate. Not going to be reading that comment out, you muppet. How dare you? How dare you say something so ludicrous and so obscene? Dave says, come on, Aussies. Exactly right. Well, we've had 58% possession, apparently. We have... Go on. Go on. Ball inside. Ball inside. Ball inside. Go, Mabil. Come on, surely. Surely, Mabil. Whip it! Yes! Yes! Come on, baby. That's what we're talking about, baby. That's what we're talking about, baby. Let's get it. Oh! 1-0, baby. 1-0 to the Aussies, and that's on you, Macapaka. You jinxed it. Yeah, jinxed it, baby. Yeah, jinxed it, baby. That is 1-0 to the Aussies. That is 1-0 to the Aussies. Let's go. And I told you, Mabil. I told you, Mabil. Most keepers probably say that, but Mabil, great goal. Actually, it's a good goal. It is a good goal. Let's go, Mabil. That's what we're talking about. Mabil has easily been the best player on the field today. That's what we're talking about. Take it. By the way, Kiwis in the chat, feel free to blame Macapaka. Macapaka said something very disrespectful about the Blazekippaxross Cup game on the weekend. And then guess what, baby? 20 years and counting over here, Macapaka. Don't do it to me. Don't be jiggy. Don't be jiggy, Macapaka. Don't be jiggy. Thank you for coming. Don't be jiggy. Justin says he's been playing good today. Macapaka's blame me. I blame you, absolutely. I thank you, actually. I thank you. On you. Good on you, Macapaka, for your service to Australia. You should be given an Australian residency like Quake Cooper. So it's going to be New Zealand to the right-hand side here. Fergie Fergus is up the Aussies, exactly right. Alright, so 1-0 at 34 minutes in. Now Australia can start to assert dominance. That's what we see. We're 4-on-4 here, but it looks really dominant here for Australia. Inside, still Australia's ball. And New Zealand will take it away. Anzac Spirit, you know. No, we do appreciate it, Macapaka. Yeah, we do appreciate it. We'd also appreciate you to allow us to not... I actually don't want to win this weekend. Because it will break my heart if we beat you guys at Eden Park this weekend. It will. It's a great goal. If we beat you guys, which is not going to happen, 1988, whatever. If we were to beat you at Eden Park, I am going to throw up. I reckon I throw up. Yeah, it's just Macapaka's like the bloke on the City vs Palace stream. When we streamed City vs Palace, guys, there was one guy, it was obviously 2-0 Palace or something like that. And he was given at the big end, and then City ended up scoring 4 goals unanswered. Oh, it's unfortunately poor pass there from Jackson Irvine. And the keeper will whack it away. Ollie Sale. Does Ollie Sale still play for Wellington, by the way, guys? Does he still play for Wellington? Park the bus, Roos. Tommy, we're not parking the bus, mate. That's not going to happen, mate. One second, I've got to reply to something. Bang. Alright, that's done. Clarky's Robert Lee Combs says being back. Cahill, bring back Cahill. Mate, we're up 1-0. Clarky. Come on. We're up 1-0, mate. Our Mabil. Cahill who? Mabil, mate. Our Mabil, mate. We haven't been playing well, but We're taking the lead right now. I'm not going to say we're taking the dub because New Zealand have been good today. Trident Gaming says, man, and from New Zealand. Oh, good on you, man. Good on you, dude. Welcome all the way from New Zealand. Obviously, we love you. We love you guys, but we also don't want you to beat us. You have the rugby union, but we'll take every other sport. Oh, no! Ah! Oh, challenge. That is defense, baby. That is deep. No! They keep shooting it directly at Matty Ryan. It really is odd. Oh, my God, it's a good ball there for Matty Ryan. Counter. Inside. We've got man inside. Get it back in. Horsic is there. Whack it in. Oh, you son of a bloody gun. He's on ball. Clarkey says, it was a nice try by a fella. Oh, that's a yellow card for sure. I blame Clarkey for that one, for that disrespectful comment. I blame him for the yellow card that Sainsbury's about to see. Z25 says he was talking shit too when Palace were up 2-0 on the 53rd or something, then City scored instantly. Yeah, scored instantly, and then we ended up winning 4-2. Macabaka says, Foster is our coach. He likes to break records. He'll break our Eden Park winning record and we'll lose our first ever pool game next year's World Cup to France. Yeah, that's right. New Zealand have never lost a pool game, have they? Yes, that is probably... I'd say that's the real Clarkey, Zenpai. Yeah. You guys should go and follow him on YouTube. He does YouTube content now. The old Dane, even though he's talking smack about football right now to bump it, man. Paul Howard says, the problem with the Irish soccer team is unfortunately the mismanagement funds the FA. They were broke and shouting for a government to help. GAA is our main sport here, not rugby or soccer. Is that Gaelic? Because I know Wales, number one sport, Australia corner. Hey, Jay, this is for you, mate. Corner. Check out the GAA Hurling League. Oh, it's hurling. Oh, there you go. So what would you rate it then? Is Gaelic a big sport in Ireland? Like, I know it's a sport, but is it a big sport? Because I know... So obviously GAA Hurling is your biggest. And then is it football, rugby, and then Gaelic then? I don't know. Number 4 from New Zealand is Harry Maguire, but good. Let's go. Inside! Oh, that'll be a goal kick. Big header there from Deganek. Bring back Jedinak. Jedinak, not Jedinak. Can we bring back Mila Jedinak? Let's subscribe to you, Clarky. You better have, mate. You better have. What's the biggest sport in Australia? I would make an argument. There's no right answer here. But I would make an argument to say that when our national team are doing well, I would say rugby union. But when our national team is not doing well, oh no. Oh no. Ah! Oh no. Ah! Get it out of there. Get it out of there, please. For the love of God, get it out of there. Oh no. Oh no. New Zealand's with the ball here. Oh no, that's beautiful. Oh, Kakashi, that was nice work. And we clear it away. Can someone please boot it further than the moon? Further than the moon. I would say the biggest sport, without thinking about that kind of stuff, would be... I think cricket's gone down. I really do. I'd say AFL, but rugby league is bigger in regards to the international audience. But I'd say that AFL would more than likely just beat out. Because when you think of rugby league, you also think of Papua New Guinea, you think of Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, New Zealand, Australia... Lebanon, they love their rugby league. I think rugby league is the national sport of Lebanon, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's football. No, it's not rugby league. Get my ice in my mouth. I would make an argument to say AFL, but I think that when it comes to national sports, I would say the Wallabies have the most support when they're doing well. I would say Wallabies, Socceroos. No. What other sports are we missing out here? Wallabies and Socceroos are easily top two, though. And Magapaka says, I've said this before, but Australia hold the record for the biggest crowd in rugby history, 110,000 people. Yeah, that was at a different time, though, and that was when we were a lot better, obviously. Rugby union was very good until unfortunately, our organisational efforts went... And they decided to only allow private school kids to play rugby, which was, possibly the dumbest thing that ever did dumb. Australia here. Oh, bad pass. Bad pass. That's stupid, man. Stupid pass there. But they're trying to change that now, but they're kind of a bit late. All right, so Sydney United versus Macarthur. When's that FFA Cup final game? I'd love to see Sydney United. D5s, you can't really say NRL's bigger in Australia because it's bigger internationally. We're talking only in Australia, not in Fiji. No shit, Sherlock. That's kind of like what I just said. Word for word, like kind of what I just said. Bro, I just said that. Like, were you listening to what I said? Or like, were you just trying to take a shot for some random reason? Like, I literally just said that. New Zealand, oh, safe. Safe. I can't believe I just read that coming out. You know when you're having a conversation with someone, like a friend of yours, and you go, oh, I reckon we should go to the movies or something like that. We'll go see this new movie. And then about 10 minutes go by, everyone's forgotten about it, and then they say, you know what? I reckon it's a good time to go to the movie. Let's all go see a movie. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, let's do it. You're just like, well, 10 minutes ago I said that. You just did that. Like, you just did that. So 42 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. Get around it. On our way to 20k right now. Get around it, baby. Come on. Get around it. Shots on target, 2 for New Zealand, 1 for Australia. Well, guess what? We're up all right now. 52% possession to the Aussies, so at least New Zealand, since the goal, have brought the percentage back down to 52 rather than 58% for the Aussies. Oh, that should be a yellow card anyway, but Australia got the break here. Whip it in with that bad boy in! Oh, saved by the keeper. Nowhere near him. Jackson Irvine's been a bit average for me today. I don't think he's been at his best here, Jackson Irvine. And AFL had Perth, Adelaide, Victoria, and Tasmania, and League only has New South Wales and Queensland. Yes, but also, why'd you say Perth and Adelaide and then say Victoria and Tasmania? You know, I would say Western Australia, South Australia. Darwin and Northern Territory is very 50-50 up there. I would say that's the only 50-50. But yeah, it's Queensland, New South Wales, Rugby League, plus also obviously ACT. But that's effectively New South Wales. But ACT, and then yes, Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia, and Western Australia, clearly AFL. And then Northern Territory is 50-50. Because I'm a Muppet. You are a Muppet, Jasper, that's for sure. Not as much of a Muppet as, you know, trying to tell me I'm wrong when I said the same thing that they said. But... D5's I'll hold the L on that one. Like, New Zealand are going to take the L. Misinterpreted what you said. No, you're good, bro. But that's what I was saying. So, yeah, it's all banter, man. That's what I was saying. Like, if you were going to talk about worldwide and international and probably the overall bigger sport, you would be saying rugby league. But if you're going to talk about the biggest sport in the country that we're in, then yes, it's AFL. However, where you go to places, like if you go to Queensland, New South Wales, I don't understand why some Victorians seem to try and argue that Lions get better, like anything. I couldn't care less. We all know that everyone, like I'm from Queensland. I grew up in Brisbane until I was 13. And I have an active influence in regards to kind of, you know, well, I have an active understanding, right, of everything in regards to these two sports. So when someone says to me from Victoria, oh, no, but more people go to Lions games than Broncos games. If you think that people care about the Lions in Brisbane over the Broncos, you are severely mistaken. Like, you are severely mistaken. You put them on the same night, and I promise you right now, the numbers for the Lions game, you're going to see all their viewership from Victoria. You're not going to see all their viewership from Brisbane, because they'll be watching the Broncos. And that's a certainty. That's not opinion. But people have tried to say that to me before. But we've got one added minute here, the first half here, guys. One added minute here. And also, I will throw this out there too. The only reason people are watching the Lions right now in Brisbane is because they're good. If they weren't good, they wouldn't be watching them. They weren't watching them for the last 10 years before they got pretty good in the last, 6? 5? 4? When did the Lions get good again? Maybe like 2019, 2018, 2019? When did the Lions really start rocketing back? I think it was 2019, wasn't it? Paul Up says you're going to watch the Ireland vs South Africa next month. It should be interesting to see. Interesting selection. Yeah. Yeah, no, well, emerging Ireland versus South Africa next month. Probably not, Paul, but I will be doing a lot of the Northern Hemisphere rugby. This weekend, I'll be doing the Australia versus New Zealand game and also a South Africa game because there's no Premier League on. So I'm going to do South Africa versus Argentina. And there we go, guys. It is half time. So, look, relatively underwhelming first half here for the Aussies, but well done to New Zealand. They played some good football. They should actually have led 2-0 at one stage. They missed a really good opportunity with a strong ball outside the box with the first opportunity. And the second one absolutely should have been a goal. But unfortunately, they just didn't score. It's been disappointing for them up front, especially when they've got someone like a Wood there who really can put it away. But yeah, look, I think that New Zealand have played some really nice football here. Obviously, the better team is currently winning. But for us, for Australia, this is a disappointing effort right now. Obviously, the second half can change dramatically, but I think I'm okay and content with the fact we're winning 1-0 in a friendly. But I do believe we should be winning by more. So second half, hopefully we kick it up a little bit of a notch here and really do push it forward. But Albertville, what a first half from him. I couldn't say that he put a step wrong. I think that he was really good with the ball, and also obviously the goal is fantastic too. But yeah, I think he was fantastic with the ball at his feet, and look forward to seeing more of him in the second half, hopefully. I really hope they don't take him off. But then again, they're probably going to. This is a friendly, guys. They're going to change quite a few, yeah? But yeah, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And let's hit it. Let's get it. We've got a big night tomorrow night, guys. Parramatta Eels versus North Queensland Cowboys. Big night. Big night. Does McVille play EPL, Packer says? No, I believe he's at Adelaide, isn't he? Or did he go to a European league, like a Netherlands or something like that? Alan Mabille, he currently plays for Cadiz in La Liga. So he used to play at Adelaide. Let's go have a look at where Cadiz is. Cadiz. So he's in the La Liga. That's pretty cool, man. Cadiz. They beat Valladolid. They're 19th in the La Liga, though. But people don't understand football, right? That's a very good position for an Australian to be in. I just don't really care. Like, he's in a team that is in the La Liga with the likes of Sevilla, with the likes of Atletico, with the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid. They've got some great teams. Villarreal, Osasuna, Mallorca. This league is very good for Australians, and this is why Amwabile is doing so well. This is why. Because he's learning. It's learning from a good league. It's not as good as the Premier League in regards to competitiveness, but it is a good league to watch, the La Liga. But unfortunately, over and over again, you will see Real Madrid and Barcelona there. Great to see Real Betis, though, up in the top 3 right now. An Athletic Club in 4. Atletico Madrid, Atletico are not even in the top 6 right now. Real Sociedad in 8th. Osasuna in 5th. Impressive. Lions have the biggest bandwagon in AFL. They had 21k members in 2017. This year they have 40k members. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And those 40k members, all of them, well, maybe the ex-Victorians care, but majority of that, 40k are people who only give a shit when they're winning. It's like when the Gold Coast Suns get good, guys, and when they actually are a good team, I guarantee you a lot of Suns fans will come out of the woodworks, including me. Folks, do you see Graham Souness and his criticism towards Jack Grealish? I swear he just talks bullshit at this point. He chooses the game when Grealish plays well to start criticising him. Muppetry at its finest. So I've seen this opinion, and I've also seen who's that United fan on YouTube as well. He's a decently subscribed guy. I actually listen to him for knowledge quite a bit. Actually, I do like his opinions, even though he's a United rag. But who's the guy on YouTube? And he criticised Grealish the other day, but he didn't really criticise him. But the media took it out of proportion and took it out of context. And Grealish actually liked one of his tweets. Mark Goldbridge, that's one for yeah. I don't mind Mark Goldbridge's opinions normally. And I think that he was kind of right in the fact that Grealish has not been able to be his exclusive self at Man City. But in the same sense, when he's on the ball, he is one of the best players that you see. He is just brilliant. And unfortunately, he is kind of right in the sense that Grealish is one of the best players. However, doesn't get the time because of how many quality players are in the Man City system. Right, so I haven't seen what Sounders has said, but I couldn't care less what that number's saying, right? Grealish is a fantastic player and is earning a lot of money to play in a system that is going to win him trophies. If you want to play your best football and get unlimited game time, stay at Villa and win nothing, ever. Or you go to Man City, play your limited minutes, show your skills off in those limited minutes, and win trophies every year. Multiple. Right? It's just silly why people would criticise that. So, I agree with Goldbridge, but I don't know what Sounders has said. Paul Albert says, GA hurling followed by GA football. So just hurling followed by football, like Aussie rules similar. Football, like Aussie rules similar. Yeah, so Gaelic. Well, do you not call it Gaelic? I always thought that you guys called it Gaelic football. Because you said Aussie rules similar. Yeah, so it's Gaelic. Gaelic mixed with football, as in soccer. AFL mixed with soccer for the Australian viewers to understand, is what Gaelic is. Is that not what it's called? Then rugby, swimming, soccer is popular, but the local league is horrible to watch, my opinion. Oh, yeah, no. Who is in your league actually? Irish Football League. The Ireland Football League. Who is in it? League of Ireland Premier Division. Oh, Shamrock Rovers, Derry City, Dundalk. I think we have a couple of Australians in this league. League of Ireland ladder. Let's go see what's happening in Shamrock Rovers. Don't they always win? I swear Shamrock Rovers always win, don't they? Bohemians, yeah. Dundalk, Derry. Doesn't surprise me that those three teams are always there. Let's go 2021, and it was Shamrock as well. 2020, it was Shamrock as well. 2019, it was Dundalk. Dundalk in 2019. 2018 was Dundalk. Cork City. Cork City aren't even in the first division anymore. They won back in 2017, though, Cork City. So Dundalk seem like they're normally the best team in that league. Shamrock Rovers in the last few years, but in the last 10 years, I'd say Dundalk has been the best team. AFL with a soccer ball, Jay says. Yeah, but you've also got, because you've got the goal and the goalkeeper, but you also have the post of the AFL, I believe. I'm pretty certain that's how Gaelic goes. It's like you've got, I think you score more points if you kick it past the goalkeeper, but you've also got the post of AFL. It's strange, man. It's interesting. You wouldn't rate the Suns coach. What? I don't know what that's about. Yeah, correct. What was the best trio in football history? Yeah, because Jay, you were there when it was created. Get why something now says, what was the best trio in football history? Best trio in football history. You're going to try and say it's buddy SAS. Get out of my face. Paul Howard says, Foley doing okay. I hope so. The guy really did not deserve that. Man, mentally, that must be difficult for him to cost the game, and the abuse he got was horrid. The abuse is 50-50, right? It's a Ben Hunt-ish situation of rugby league. However, it is also a bit of a... It is still a controversial call, right? Whether people agree with it or not, it's still a very controversial call because we never see that happen. And it is the referee trying to bring everyone in to see him, right? But Foley should have kicked it. So it's a bit of a 50-50 here where people have seen that for what it is and also had a bit of a laugh at it. It's not that deep for Australians, but yes, it would be very hard for Foley to get through that. He is going to maintain it was referee's fault. Referee's always going to maintain it's his fault. It is a bit of both. It really is. It's a bit of both because the referee is a bit of a moron for doing what he did, but Foley is also a bit of a moron for doing what he did. Goals, overs, and a point, isn't it? I think so. I don't really know. Stewie Dew is the Suns coach. You wouldn't rate him. But I don't know what you're saying, is what I'm saying, Stage 25. Like, what are you trying to say? That's my question. Like, okay. Like, what are you trying after 08? Am I forgetting something that I said? No, I feel like I must be missing something that I've said here because I can't remember why this is a conversational point. But there's still half time here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We've still got a second half to go, and hopefully Australia can go on with this one. I really would appreciate, at least, I did say 3-0 minimum. It should be 2. Like, if you want to actually go and say, we put the ball in the back of the net, it should be 2-0. I don't know why you're telling me this at 25 though. Well, I'm trying to wonder why you're saying this. I don't know why you're talking about the Suns and Stewie do. Soccer Sports is top 5 Aussie player in order right now. Let's go get this. You'd probably have to put. You would probably have to. You'd probably have to put Aaron Moy up top. In order. Hold on, let me just go get this this lineup. Australia. Socceroos, and we'll go here. Oh, that's 1-0. Cool. I want to see the lineup here because I have to see the line in front of me. Are you talking about in this game? If you're talking about in this game, I would go Mobile 1. Oh, no, you're probably... Okay, we're going to go all time because it's too hard to do 5 in that. I'd go Matt Ryan as number 1. I'd go number 2 is Aaron Moy. Number 3, you'd probably say is... It's between... It's actually hard. That's actually really hard. Jackson Irvine St. Poorly. Adam Taggart, I think he's still playing Japan. I'm actually going to go out on a limb here and say Abel Mobile in third. And then I'll go Hrosic, and then I'll say Boyle. It's a tough one, though. It's a tough one. But definitely Matty Ryan on top for me. Yeah, Adam Taggart, well, he's not shit now, but he's not as what he used to be. Fergie says, Sounders basically said that Grealish hasn't improved since joining City and that he should be moving the ball more. Grealish said that he listens to Pep, who loves players keeping the ball. Yeah, that's the whole point. Pep does love players keeping the ball and does love the frustration tactic and does love the intricacies. Right? People always feel like they know better. Okay, cool. Well, then you be a coach, you be a manager, and you win the league. Pep has done it 4 out of the last 5 Premier Leagues, right? Won 4 out of the last 5 Premier Leagues. My issue with Pep is that he chokes on the big stage with City, with the Champions League. He thinks too much and changes his tactics. We got to the Champions League final by doing it this way. Don't just go complete 360 and go the opposite direction. It really doesn't work. I'm saying he was in the team that beat the Cannies and the Granny. Bit of a dead joke. Yeah, even now, I don't even know the joke. Get one of emails says top 3 best players in football history on order. Nah, because that's going to create too much bullshit in the chat. Actually, you know what? Screw it, I don't care. I'll go... in history, no. I'll go in my lifetime. I'll go in from what I've seen. I'll go Messi 1. It's just too many players, man. It's too difficult. It's too difficult to scan through the names right now, but I've got Messi 1, that's for sure. Fergus, I feel like Souness should think before he speaks, then he should understand why Grealish isn't moving the ball instead of pounding him. Yeah, that's because Souness is a muppet. And there's no argument about that. It's very, very clear. It's always been clear. It's never not been clear in regards to that one. Ronaldo. But you've got to go, if you're talking about all time, man, you've got to start thinking about guys like Maradona. You've got to start thinking about the original Ronaldo. You got Pele. You've got, Zidane. Man, like you just go through the players, Paul Scholes. You have to throw in people like, eventually we'll start putting in people like Kevin De Bruyne. But, you got to go through. Geez, there's so many guys you start thinking about. Gerrard, Frankie Lampard. I don't think they're on that level though, but I'm just thinking about really good players over time now. But I've got Messi in 1. I would nearly say if I'm going all time, I would possibly probably go Maradona in 2. Maradona was absolutely incredible to watch. And then who would I go for 3? I'm going to be missing somebody out, but you just deal with it. Who would I go for 3? Messi, Maradona. Give me your top 3 in the chat, guys. Give me your top 3 in the chat of best players of all time. I'm going Messi and Maradona for the top 2. A lot of people probably go and say Pele. I don't necessarily... Well, maybe. You probably put him in there, but in the same sense, I don't think a lot of people have actually seen him. And I haven't personally seen a great deal of him, so I'm not going to put him in mine. I've seen a great deal of Maradona. I haven't personally seen a fantastic deal of Pele individually. Tim Cahill go to. Tim Cahill's number one, mate. He's already automatically number one. We're trying to come up with a list here that doesn't include Tim Cahill because we all know Tim Cahill is number one, right? So just read the room. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta read the room, mate. Come on, man. You gotta do better. You gotta read the room, mate. So second half is very close to getting started, guys. Very close to getting started. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new. We're 4 likes away from 50, by the way. We are 4 likes away from 50. Jay says Mark Viduka is the best of all time. Mark Viduka. Also, I'm never going to put a rag in my top 3, regardless. I'm never going to put a rag in my top 3 ever. Benzema should be acknowledged by now. No. Not in comparison to Maradona and Messi, no way. Very good player, very, very quality player, Ed Vogel, but not on what we're talking about. Not on this level. He's on a good, very, very quality level, but settle down in regards to, comparing to the likes of Lionel Messi and Maradona. Andrew Redmayne. Like, come on, man. Those 3, you can't stop them. Alright, here we go. So Australia will start with the ball here. I want to see a clinical performance here in the second half. I want them to put them away. Here. Come on. In my opinion, top 3 is Ronaldo, then Neymar, then Messi in that order. Very, very recency bias. You could replace Messi with other grades if you want, but Ronaldo and Neymar are locks. Oh, wait, nah. That is very big recency bias. That is super recency bias. That has to be players right now. And if you're saying right now, then you've got to start throwing... There's no way you're saying of all time, Fergie Ferg. Please tell me you're not saying Neymar is best of all time, top 2 all time. And there's no way you're saying Neymar's better than Messi. There's no chance. I don't believe that. I think that's a troll comment. If you're saying that Neymar is a better player than Messi of all time, I'm going to have an aneurysm. That's wild. Surely you're not saying that. Alright, so New Zealand here, and I'll wait this one down into albeit throw in, surely. That ball went out there. Oh, they're not going to say it went out. Touchy, are you watching the same game as us, or we're just going to pretend that didn't happen? Alright, New Zealand here. With the ball just outside the box right now. 2-0 will make me super comfortable. Way more comfortable. That's his top 3 crushes. I feel like, wow, good passing here. Oh, that's good. That's good. Counter. Okay, now we can counter. They put a lot of men forward here. Oh, bro, that's poor. That's poor. And they whip it in. Kikache, okay ball, but it should go out for a goal kick here, and it will go out for a goal kick. Just top 3 crushes. I'm begging and pleading. I know you're not going to tell me the truth regardless, but I'm begging and pleading that you're not telling me that Neymar is number 2 all time. I've only lived in this generation, though, so I haven't seen the others. I chose Neymar purely because of what he could have been. Well, no. I feel like he made the personal choice to not be on that level of CR7 and Messi. What? Are you... What? Oh, we're going back to the game. So 47 minutes gone here. That was genuine shock face, that was. What he could have been. What? Did I just read? I'm sorry, Fergie Ferg, to put you on blast like this, but what? What are you talking about, brother? I chose Neymar because of what it could have been. Bro, I want you... No, well, I'm going to move on, because I'm so sorry that I've laughed at this like I have, but like I can't believe I read that. I really... Ferg's been drinking, Tommy says. Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what I just read. Potato Dragon says, that means I could say Bernard Tomic is a Hall of Fame because of what he could have been. I could have been. I was a great player when I was 10. What could have been? Could have been. Fake versus that may come across as stupid to some. No, to all. I guess you could argue Messi over Neymar. No. Okay, I'm going to clarify for you. Hold on one second here. You cannot argue Messi over Neymar because there is no question that Messi is over Neymar. No question. This is not... No, I can't do this with you, bro. I can't do it with you. You're ruining any sense of kind of us listening to you here. Like, you could argue Messi over Neymar. I want you to go and tell me how many crucial goals Neymar scored for his teams. I want you to go and tell me how many trophies Neymar has won. I want you to go and tell me how many people agree that Neymar is above Messi. And if you don't come back with 100 out of 100 people voting Messi, then you've gone to Brazil to get that viewing. That's wild. I wouldn't even have him close to top 3. Not even close to top 3. Not even close, bro. Wow. So New Zealand on the left-hand side here, and they're into the attacking half. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, he slipped over. Unfortunate. I'm kind of backing New Zealand to have a bit of a good second half here. I don't want them to win, but I'm backing them in. Absolutely, Talon McClellan. He goes, how is Neymar even in the discussion? Get one estimate your mouse says most people normally say 1 Messi, 2 Ronaldo, or 2 Ronaldo, 1 Messi. Yeah. If we're speaking about as we currently speak, so 50 minutes gone here, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe. If we're speaking about as we currently speak, I was close with Chase on the ball there. I would say that Ronaldo's done it in more leagues, but Messi was more special at his individual league in La Liga. Is what I would say. But Ronaldo has done it in more league. Oh, that was poor pass there from New Zealand. So if you're not a City fan or a Liverpool fan, you probably would say Ronaldo up top. But I personally have preferred to watch Messi over the years than Ronaldo. But then again, that also comes down to the biases that I had from when Ronaldo was a United rag boy, right? Who would I put in number 3 though? I'm not putting Neymar there. I'm sorry, bro. I can't even give you. I can't even let you. I'm not even going to listen to it for me. It's your opinion though, and that's yours. But it's wild. I'd even look at guys like over the years, like Sergio Ramos was incredible at his time. Robert Lewandowski at Bayern over the years has just been an absolute cold-blooded killer. No, Ryan Zay was talking about right now. Oh, New Zealand has scored there. We're talking right now. So I said Maradona is my number 2 behind Messi, but I could easily put Maradona in number 1 as well. But that's all time. You know, we are definitely forgetting Neymar, Fergie Ferg. We are definitely doing that. Who would I put number 3? I could honestly say Lewandowski. I could. He's been incredible. Marco Reus is fantastic to watch at Borussia. And has had a great career too. Just unfortunate he's been at a club that really hasn't been able to be successful overall for him on a massive, massive level. Crazy says, I was expecting a bigger score to the Aussies. Yeah, you're not going to win the game though, and you haven't won since 2002. And Australia here, we blocked away. New Zealand actually played pretty well, bro, but in the same sense, you're still losing, so it's nothing to celebrate. Yeah, Thomas Muller has had a great career, Ryan Zarkles. Has had a great career, Muller. Underrated too, I would say. I'd say Muller's underrated. You know who really disappointed me after that 2014 World Cup was clearly Götze. He really, Mario Götze. I was really looking forward to seeing what he could do, but he just disappointed for me. Jada says, yeah, I said Zidane. Ronaldinho, yeah, he's definitely there, but I don't know if I'd put him top 3. I think there'd still be a bit of a gap between him and top 3, but he's absolutely superb. Suarez was a great player. Luis Suarez. Or are you talking about Eugenio? Are you talking about Eugenio Suarez? Or are you talking about Luis Suarez? You owe me a new rug, Fergie Ferg. I spat out my drink hearing you say Neymar over Messi. Man, that's funny. Crazy Dylan said, I already knew we suck, was expecting 5-0 something. So, This is an international friendly, bro. If this was a meaningful game, it's get played very differently. But in the same sense, you got to remember we're Australia. We're not Brazil or Argentina. And also, New Zealand have played well in this game. They're not good, but they've played good on their standards. Australia are still Australia. It feels like people. I predicted minimum 3-0. I said I'll go 4-0, which is still possible, mind you, but I don't think it happens from here. I just don't want to concede. I don't really care if it's 1-0 or 2-0 or 0.5-0. I just don't want to concede because I really want to be able to back in our defense in a tough group. Denmark is a tough team, and France is obviously a very tough team. Tunisia is also still a dangerous team. We got numbers here. Great ball. Great ball. Get it back. Karacic. Oh. Rustic. Whack it. Shot. No. Oh, still in though. Cross the ball here. Jackson Evine couldn't get the head onto that. Awamaville. Oh, ball. That was nice, but still, it's gone over the top. That ball from Mabille. If he doesn't get man of the match, I'll eat my shoe. Unbelievable. This is good football being played by Australia as we currently speak. Deganek. To Mabille. This last minute play has been nice football from Australia. Is that Liverpool striker that scores heaps good, that Egyptian fella? So he's not really a striker, he's a winger. But yes, Mohamed Salah is very good. Hasn't done too well this season though, he's struggling this year. And Egypt is also not at the World Cup, I don't believe. But international friendlies are not certainties because the care factor might not necessarily be there for the teams. In comparison to if this was a group stage game, I would say Australia would comfortably win. But we are still a struggling team. We're not some fantastic team that everyone they think that because we are on a different level to New Zealand that it should be. We should be winning this game 3-0, but in the same sense, we're still Australia. Potato Dragon says, Tomic still could have been a good player if he never tanked his matches and if his dad wasn't a very naughty boy. His dad was a very naughty boy, he was. Fergie Fergus says, yeah, Tomic was good in his day. Not the same as when Kyrgios was on the day, but still quality. Yeah, but if his dad wasn't a naughty boy, he could have been the best ever. He's also blocked me on Instagram. Ryan Zagros says, have you seen Saudi Arabia's home kit? Everyone hates it, but it's nice, I reckon. I don't like Saudi Arabian football because of the way they treated all of us, me and you guys, on the stream where it was Japan versus Australia, and we lost that game. And that meant we couldn't go through the automatic qualification, and Saudi Arabians were putrid in this chat. So I'm going to celebrate really loudly, every goal scored against Saudi Arabia in this FIFA World Cup. Because there's going to be a lot of Saudi Arabians who tune into the channel, I guarantee it. And I'm going to celebrate incredibly loudly every single goddamn goal that they concede. Every goal. That stream hurt me. That hurt me seeing that game and losing that game to Japan, and then have a whole group of a lot of them come in like that. Oh boy. Just remember, you guys aren't always at the World Cup. We've been at the last 5. Ferg says, wait, who blocked you on Insta? Tomic or Tomic's dad? Bernard Tomic. It's because I called him... I said that he was soft because he was trying to utilise COVID as an excuse at the Australian Open for him not being good. I came out and called him I think I said he was a soft cock or something like that. And he saw my story and then blocked me. Potato says, stop holding your leg. Stop holding my leg? What? So 57 minutes gone here. So headed away. I missed that stream. Yeah, that was pretty full on. Macapaka says, KDB are great or getting to that status? Getting to the status. Not sure if you're still trying to think of your third player in top 3. Not really, I kind of forgot about it, but we can still talk about it. If you're talking about players as we currently speak, then KDB is absolutely there. Is definitely... Oh, New Zealand here. That's on the end of the box. Again, right at the keeper. Go left or right, man. Go left or right. They keep going directly to the keeper. You could argue if there is a draft today, if someone said, you know what, we're putting every single player to the market and there's a draft, take your pick and I'm the first selection, who would I go with? I would... Who would I go with? Hey, Jay, look, he's back. Who would I go with? I would probably say, if I'm taking my first player, number one pick as we speak, thinking about age as well, thinking about positional need, thinking about... I reckon you could still probably get some... Like, look at what Ivan Toney is doing right now at Brentford. I reckon you could probably leave out that position. I would maybe look at someone like a... You could look at KDB, because you'd want a midfielder who can create, but you'd also want... It's a tough question. It's a very tough question, actually. We're confused. We're used to running it straight, so these boys are kicking it straight to your keeper. Yeah, fair enough, Magapaga. Fair enough. They're struggling to figure out that you're meant to kick it around the keeper, not to the keeper. But he says, yeah, you go Australia. I know so much about soccer, that's why I'm cheering. Woo! Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Matthew Ryan, that is some really hard stuff there, but that should be a free kick to Australia. If you guys had a draft right now, and you are the owner of your team, or your manager of your team, who are you selecting in the world right now? You have any player in the world right now. Consider age, consider positional need, consider the amount of good players in that position, consider everything. Who would you select with number one? Because I would genuinely consider KDB, because he's still got plenty of years. Adam Tate comes off here. Haaland's a great shout. Haaland's a great shout because of his age, but in the same sense, I think you can get good strikers. McLaren comes on here for Adam Taggart. Here we've got Harry Maguire here. Look at this Muppet. Look at this Muppet. He's a Muppet. He's the biggest Muppet ever. At the same time, Tom is a soft cock, though, so you have a point. He should have copped that. He should have copped that. Like, Haaland's a good shout because of the fact he's so young, so dominant. But KDB, he's got a lot of quality there that is on so many areas of the field. He can score, he can assist, he can dominate the midfield, he can control the midfield. You know, Luka Modric would have been a great shout if he was a bit younger. Modric, when he was younger, was a cold-blooded killer, man. He's still a killer. Australia here. Oh, that's a yellow card, sir. That is a dirty tackle there. He's gone with elbow to the face there. I don't know if that's going to be... I don't think that's a red, but it's definitely a yellow. Holy shit. Yeah, he's been very patient tonight, the referee. He's been very good, actually. The referee has been very patient, not given... That was the first yellow card of the game. I've caught a couple, but... Yeah. Oh, he didn't actually elbow to the face, but the elbow went quite high. And it wasn't even the worst challenge we've seen, to be fair. It wasn't even the worst challenge we've seen, but yet that was the yellow card. I thought from first glance it was worse than it was, yeah. Is Harry Maguire actually bad? Yes. I saw him kick a goal in the Euros. Yes. He doesn't get a spot at United because he's dreadful. Scores goals for the other team, Fergie says. I don't know how much of your opinion I'd be listening to right now, considering you think Neymar's better than Messi, but at least you're right with that comment. I know, Fergie's picking. I was in the middle of breathing. Oh, jeez. I was in the middle of breathing and then laughed. That was a really weird thing just then, but... Neymar is, I think, 31 now? It was crazy on my Instagram. Guys, go and follow the BK Sport Instagram right now. But just type in BK Sport on Instagram. Chuck us a follow. But I posted on Instagram a TikTok that we saw the other day. Free Kick Australia, a great opportunity here. I saw a TikTok and I posted on Instagram. It was like all the retiring players, the really good retiring players that are going to be playing the FIFA World Cup for the last time. You know, we saw Messi, we saw Ronaldo, we saw Lewandowski, Suarez. The one that hit the most was Neymar because I still feel like he's young. You know, because I remember when he first came to the league. I think he came from... Which Brazilian team did he come from again? It's not Sao Paulo. It was... Who was the team that Neymar came from? Hey, a Neymar fanboy in the chat. Where did Neymar come from again? Which team did he come from? It wasn't Sao Paulo. Mobile. Oh, too high. Nodge Luke says, wish we could have a tougher opposition for a better FIFA World Cup prep. Mate, this has been enough of a tough opposition for us, mate, because we've not had a great game here. And you don't want to lose. So, like, yeah, of course you would have wanted tougher opposition, but you can clearly see the guys don't give a shit about this. I guess if you... I guess if you did play a European team of some sort, you would care more. So maybe you are right in regards to playing someone a bit better. Oh, good defense there from Australia to get this ball away. If he does, don't kick that back to the keeper. Oh, good work here by New Zealand. Oh, that's goal kick. Let's go. Lucky there for Aussie Beach. She wasn't fantastic. Hasn't been terrible late, but a couple of changes coming on here for New Zealand. Unfortunately, Adam Taggart didn't do anything tonight. Would have liked a little bit more from the old Adam Taggart. But Elijah Just will come out here for Ben Wayne. Yeah, I think Just has been probably one of the best. And Bell will come out, and Bell's been pretty decent tonight for me. I wouldn't say there's been many that's put a step wrong. Bell goes off for Stamenovic. He's a teammate of Matty Ryan at Copenhagen. Stamenovic. So they're taking on each other here. Hopefully he doesn't score against him. And Australia will clear that one away. Let's go. I really would just like it going to 2-0 so that I know that it's comfortable and we're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care at that point because we're not going to draw, we're not going to lose. I would really appreciate just that extra goal. Would be very nice. Would be very, very nice. But don't forget, guys, tomorrow night we will be streaming as... we will be streaming Parramatta versus the... What's it called? Who's Parramatta taking on again? Parramatta taking on the Cowboys. Should be good. Do you think we played Peru again? It will be the same result? There's no penalties, though. So, I guess... I hope so. But... It's kind of 50-50 there. Nothing is working. What do you mean nothing is working? Matty Ryan's so underrated. I think Matty Ryan's fairly rated. He's a very solid keeper. We all know him as a really good keeper. I think he's pretty well rated across Europeans as well. Alright, so the All Whites here from just outside the box. And, ooh, that was a shout there from Garbutt, but does go a little bit too high over the top right. Little bit too close to my liking, that. A little bit too close. But like I said, I don't care if we win 1-0 or 7-0. I want a clean sheet. That's what I want. I want a clean sheet here. I don't really rate our attack overall. But overall, you want to be better at defense than attack. But you'd love both, obviously. But still, here we go. Chance here. Oh! I thought Riley McGree had that. I thought that was going in for Riley McGree, but a little bit too high there. I reckon I would draft Simon Miniminter on my team. I reckon you're an idiot. That's high risk, high reward there from Australia, but unfortunately just keeps on rising there from McGree. Keeps on rising. All right, so 23 minutes to go here. Australia lead 1-0. 23. Jeez, I'm starting to want to... Yeah, I do want to see more. I do. Or they step inside here. 7 shots to 7. Both teams have the same amount of shots. And the one that counts is Australia. We've only had 1 shot on target, though. And the Australians now will bring it outside. Darcy, I don't think you realise this, bro. You've been blocked for a reason, and it doesn't matter how many fake accounts you make, mate. You're just going to get removed on all of them. Like, just move on, bro. Move on. It's not happening. Because you've obviously been blocked for a reason, so... Thank you. And there you go. Jay just hit you. So we'll see on a new fake account very soon. Australia up to the middle here. Oh, there's a ball. There's a man who slipped over here. Come on, Australia. Come on. Over the top, and... Oh, that was going to be headed away, but it's going to be Abel Mabil. Whip it in, Abel. Whip it in, Mabil. He's man of the match to me for sure than I... Oh, geez, good save. That's hand... No, I thought that could have been a handball there. And the ball will go to the sideline here, so it will be a throw-in. I think the Kiwi went down there to try and kind of slow the play down, but yeah, Liberace, I don't think Kakache is really injured here. I think he's just trying to get the ball stopped there, and then had to stay down even afterwards. Why would you name your fake account Darcy again, Muppet? Because he's trying to get me to unblock him on Instagram, but there's a reason why he's probably blocked on Instagram. I have no idea who he is, but like, there's a reason why whoever he is blocked on Instagram, and he's not getting unblocked. So a couple of substitutions come up here for Australia. Who is Socceroos' most important player in the World Cup? Matt Ryan. Easy. Our best player has to come between the sticks. Most other best players are normally like up front or a midfielder. Mainly midfielders. Casual fans will say strikers. Anyone who watches football knows realistically the midfield is more important. Or their defense. But I'd say the midfield, because the midfield, keeps control of the defense too. Allows the defense to have as much ball as they allow. It's not, yeah, so Albertville comes off here. But I would say that Matt Ryan is our most important individual player coming up for the World Cup for sure. How about goalkeepers? Well, goalkeepers are incredibly important, but goalkeepers aren't game players. They're shot stoppers, and also they're good in regards to the time usage and whatnot. But I still think the midfield's the most important because the ball doesn't get from the defense to the attack without the midfielders. The ball doesn't get to the defenders if the midfielders control the ball. Like, it's very... I would lean with the midfielders there, but like I said, in regards to individual positional play this World Cup, I'm taking Matt Ryan. He's going to have a really solid defensive World Cup because we've got France. It's not like we've got a beatable team in, like a really beatable team in. Let's go and throw out a name of a big team. Spain is beatable. They're not. So a couple of substitutions there for New Zealand. Woods goes off in Macau as well. Spain are beatable, more so than France. But still a very good team. That's what I'm trying to get at there. Howison comes on here for De Jong for New Zealand. 20 minutes to go here, guys. 20 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We've got the second game here. So we play New Zealand in New Zealand on Sunday as well. So we will be streaming that one. Does Tim Cahill still play? No, mate. Knowledge League says, what do you think would be the least difficult group for Australia in the World Cup? Out of the ones that right now... Alright, give me 1 second here. Oh, Australia here chance. Oh, good defense, but it will be a corner. I'll have a look. Let's have a look at the World Cup group stage. World Cup 2022. And so Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands. That one's looking likely, but still Senegal and Netherlands are very good. Specifically Senegal. I actually think Senegal's probably going to come first in that group. So Aaron Moy hit with this one in... Whipped away. Yeah, I believe it's this Sunday. Is it next Sunday, Ryan? Is it next Sunday? England, Iran, USA and Wales. Oh, no. Just missed. England, Iran, USA, Wales. That's a winnable group. All right, so we take out Ecuador and we go into Group A. It's a manageable group, that's for sure. Oh, you couldn't get control of it. Say you take out Wales. That's probably a more manageable group. I think England, Iran, and USA are definitely more beatable as a whole. You put Australia in instead of Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Argentina, Poland. I don't give us a chance there. I think Mexico and Argentina, too easy. And Poland are going to be too tough for us. It's a really tough group, that. You go to Group D, France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. Obviously, I like that already. Spain, Costa Rica. Oh, no, will be a easy grab there for the keeper. Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. It will be a really tough group. Wow. That's maybe the group of death. Yeah, I think England's group would be our best shot so far. Definitely not to lose. But Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan is a really, really tough group there, man. New Zealand should be thankful they didn't make it because that is a group of death there for sure. Japan are a very good team. Spain and Germany are previous champions, and recently in the last 15 years too. So you've got to really give that group credit. Group F is Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. That's a tough group for Morocco, but Belgium and Croatia will go through there. Canada's actually pretty good nowadays. Canada's actually really improved. Costa Rica's probably gone. Oh, Costa Rica's absolutely gone. Costa Rica's not getting through Group E. And Group G, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon. If you got in that group, we'd have a really good opportunity to come into that top two. Oh, New Zealand here, they've got a shout. No, block it away. That's going to be a free kick there for New Zealand and a yellow card. Yep. You're not going to get above Brazil, but you definitely could get above Serbia, Switzerland, or Cameroon. So that's not a bad shout there for second place. And then Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea. I'd still say the England group. Yeah. That's not a bad group, but I'd say the England group. You're right. It's better that we lose to Japan to get a worse pool. Yeah. Funnily enough. Yeah. We would have gotten Germany, Costa Rica, and Spain. And we've already beaten Costa Rica, though, so at least we would have got a win there, hopefully. Remember they came first, was it 2014? That was probably their best era. Germany, yeah. Germany won 2014, 2010 was Spain, 2018 was France, 2006 was Italy, I think 2002 was Brazil. 1998 was, I think, also Brazil? 1998 FIFA World Cup. Because I think 94 was in the USA. The final. Oh, no, France won 1998. France won 98. Of course they did. Of course they did. Zidane's got a brace. Zidane's got a brace. But I think it was Brazil who won 1994 in the USA. Let's go make sure of that one. 1994 FIFA World Cup, and it was... Who won the World Cup in 1994? Brazil. Yeah, that's right. Uruguay versus Ghana. Yeah, I know, Ryan Zarkle. So New Zealand here with a free kick. And, straight off, headed away from the wall. That's nice. That's nice wall work there. Yeah, Uruguay versus Ghana is quite funny. If you guys don't know what we're talking about here, we're talking about the Socceroos versus Ghana moment of 2014. Or was it 2010? I think that was 2010. Because we were in the same group as Spain that year, I think. Yeah, they play again on Sunday at Eden Park. Yeah, it was 2010. Thanks, Netflix. Play again on Sunday at Eden Park. So, the Wallabies play on Saturday at Eden Park. France also should have won 2006 if not for Zidane's stupidity. Yeah, but also Italy shouldn't have even beaten the World Cup final because they're cheating scumbags. But then again, 8 years of not making the World Cup has given them enough karma. Australia hit on the right-hand side. And you had to dive against Australia. Oh, jeez. How is that not a goal? But that will be a goal kick. Dad says no, the Socceroos. What do you mean no, the Socceroos? Oh, they play again on Sunday at Eden Park. Yeah, but what I'm saying is the Wallabies also played this weekend at Eden Park on Saturday. Yeah, he definitely was offside. Oh, yeah, he was. Good call. What would be the biggest upset in the group stage? Like, which team to get knocked out? France, of course. I'd say Brazil. Because they've got a pretty easy group. Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. I'd say Brazil. But France, for sure. They've got Tunisia and Australia. Like, they should be coming through that group. And Denmark are not exactly unbelievable either. Like, Denmark do what they can, but we should have beaten Denmark in 2018. We're a better team. 25k attendance is a good crowd. It is definitely for a Thursday night and for an international friendly that literally no one knows about in this country right now, besides us. Yeah, you'll definitely take 25k, that's for sure. But to talk about like a specific, like what would be the biggest upset, Costa Rica to top the group. Who was their group again? That's right, the New Zealand group. Costa Rica, Spain, Germany, and Japan. Costa Rica tops that group. I give up on football. If both Spain and Germany get knocked out, that would be something. Good luck. That's not happening, man. Japan and Costa Rica, with Costa Rica top of the group stage and Japan coming second, would be paying probably roughly $1 billion to 1. 9 shots a pair, though. New Zealand should go away from this game feeling happy. Even though they more than likely going to lose here, they should go away feeling happy here. Jeez, their keeper has come a long way there. Argentina come last. I don't think they've got a hard group, though, do they? I don't think they do. No, they have Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Saudi Arabia, there's a slight opportunity that Argentina comes second behind Mexico. But overall, you know, we're going to be seeing Argentina winning that group. And I really could see Argentina winning it for Lionel Messi's last World Cup. I really could. Imagine Argentina, Brazil, and Portugal knocked out Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo retirement. It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad when two of those 3 teams lose if they don't win. Or 3 of those 3 teams lose. Because you'll be like, that's the last time we're going to see, you know, Messi in an Argentina shirt. Like, that's a long time ago, the last time we didn't see Messi in an Argentina shirt. That's like probably about 20 years ago in regards to World Cups. 16 years ago in regards to World Cups. Alright. So Brisbane Roar are going to be playing a few games at Suncorp this year, which is pretty cool. Considering no one went to Redcliffe, may as well. So 10 minutes to go here, guys. 10 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. 10 minutes to go. And 59 days to go until we get to the World Cup. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bit of a dead game to finish off with here, though. He's definitely, you know, dragging on a little bit now. Dragging on a tiny little bit. Give me 1 second here, guys. But tomorrow is going to be such a big night, man. I think tomorrow's stream is going to be bigger than Saturday's stream. I think Cowboys versus Eels will be the big stream. I think there's going to be a lot more people for that one. Because we have a lot of Eels fans in the channel. And I think a lot of people would rather, you know, because the storylines are so good between both of them, or lazy from Australia, but at least the fullback's looking out for his men there. I think more people overall give a shit about Cowboys Eels instead. Neymar's only 30, he'll play one more. Oh, yeah, potentially. Potentially. I don't know why he spammed that, though. Noel Solutions, who needs it more for their legacy to win the World Cup? Ronaldo or Messi? Oh, I think there's not... I don't think anyone's spamming it. Maybe I'm just... Oh my god, I thought that was going to be a goal for New Zealand. I think there's a mistake happening on YouTube. I would say Messi needs it more for his legacy. Just because of his PSG move. If he hadn't gone to PSG and stayed at Barcelona, there would be no question marks. And you couldn't say, oh, he wasn't good overseas. Because he's gone overseas and it hasn't really worked out at PSG. So you couldn't have that argument because it'd be opinion-based. But now you've got a bit of factual evidence. Or, oh my god, this ball is really bouncing around. New Zealand are going hard here late on. Is anyone else looking at spam comments there? If Eels, because I don't think that you guys are spamming, I think there's just a mistaken system because there's no way 2 different people would do that. If Eels make the grand final, that game is selling out for Panthers Rabbitohs. Yes, well, I've got a ticket to the grand final anyway, so I hope that'd be amazing. AFL Legends says, only AFL related stream you'd get views on would be the Brownlow. I don't do this for views. I'm not talking about views tomorrow, realistically. What I'm talking about is people caring about the game. That's probably when YouTube dropped out. Oh, YouTube dropped out, did it? Oh. I don't do YouTube for views. I do it for passion. And obviously, it's great that I have a job that I can watch sport and whatnot. But you guys got to realise as well as handball. You got to realise as well, like, this channel is also in a good position, right? Very good position. Comparatively to other channels in regards to certain things. So there's a reason why I'm able to utilize this as a career path, right? It's not about that. But for the grand final, I don't care if people watch that grand final because I'm going to be crying win or lose. I'll be having a good time win or lose. But it's free kick here for New Zealand right up front. Are you going to commentate Federer's last tournament at the Laver Cup? Probably not, man. Probably not. So when I sent my first one, I said message failed to send, and when I put the mail second one both came in, something must have gone wrong with YouTube then. I'm trying to figure out if that was a shot AFL 18. I'm trying to figure out whether you should be timed out or not for talking shit. I don't think you were, but in the same sense, it's kind of a shit talking comment. Nigel Luke says that Corey's barely going to half sell for Penrith Rabbits. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a terrible free kick. Yeah, it's not going to half sell. It's still getting decent. Oh, out ball out wide. Yes, great timing. Shoot, Lecky. Oh, it's the post. You're joking, bro. You are shitting me, Lecky. That is a bullshit shot, Lecky. Get that shit out of my face, Lecky. That is a joke. You're one-on-one with the keeper. You put that away. You're one-on-one with the keeper. You put that goddamn... Oh, bro, that annoys the living daylights out of me. They were under a lot of pressure, but that was good work there from Australia. And, I think it does actually get tipped off there. It is a slight touch there. It should be a corner here. And the reason why I go for Lecky like that, because Lecky should be a lot better than he is. And what he does for Australia. I really liked Lecky coming through, but he really just hasn't really lived up to a great deal. And that's going to be going out for a throw-in. I did really like Lecky coming through, but he hasn't really lived up to the expectations. In my personal belief. 5 minutes to go here, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes to go. Do you think since Swans are in the grand final the same day, people in Sydney prefer to go to the MCG than the core? I don't think the target audience for AFL is Panthers or Rabbitohs fan. No, you're a good AFL 18. I wasn't really being serious, bro. If I was going to time someone out, I would say I'm timing you out. Like, I wouldn't say, I'm trying to figure out if I should time you out or not. But King comes on here for Bahich. Yeah, I saw the car you did well with that Brownlow stream. Nah, the Dally M will be good. Are you saying the Dally M because I thought you meant the NRL one would be more popular? The Dally M will be good next week. The Dally M will have quite a few people watching. Dally M Awards, because a lot of people are interested to see if Ben Hunt or Nico Hines get it. I've gone with the underdog of Nico Hines, but considering what we saw in the AFL, anything can happen, with the Brownlow. You know, considering what we saw there with Paddy Cripps, Lachie Neale was massive favourite, and Paddy Cripps got it. He thanks his lawyers greatly, but you know, if that can happen in that sport, then it'd be great to see a surprise winner in rugby league as well. A surprise, you know what I'm saying? That's why less crowd. Yeah, there's a shout for it, but I don't think the target audience for AFL in Sydney is the Panthers or the Rabbits. I think the target audience for the AFL in Sydney would be Dragons or Roosters fans, realistically. Specifically Roosters fans. But I wouldn't necessarily say... Yeah, I wouldn't even say Dragons. I'd say probably Roosters specifically, or even Manly. Roosters or Manly, but I still don't think that... Yeah. They're probably ex-Victorians in Sydney, you know what I'm saying? It's not really about... Oh, gee, that goes out. Yeah, it's a throw-in. Yep. I hope Hunt gets it. He's been best player all year, in my opinion. I don't believe he should get it. I believe Nico Hines should get it. You're a Dragons fan, so of course you're going to say that. No, so he says, when will Arsenal drop off? Because once they get off first, they will go down. They have a very tough run coming up. They play, I think, Spurs in 2 weeks, and then they play like City in 3 weeks. Or it could be... I think they play Liverpool and City. Oh, no. The game against City got postponed. Sorry. So they play Liverpool and Tottenham in the next month. But they were meant to play Liverpool, Tottenham and City in the next month, which would have been amazing for us to see where they are as a team. No, sorry, that's Spurs. No, it is Arsenal. But it would have been amazing for us to see where they are as a team. But unfortunately, the City game got postponed. A lot of double game weeks, guys. If you're playing Fantasy Premier League, I hope to God that you haven't used your triple captain or your free hit, because you're silly if you have. You've got to wait for those double game weeks, lads. And then especially with these double game weeks, there's going to be like 8 teams on a double game week this time around. You know what I'm saying? That's a real lunch there. That's a free kick. We all know since winning the league, Arsenal can't sustain their form. Arsenal have played no one. They've lost to the only team that's even half relevant in United. They've beaten Brentford. They've beaten Crystal Palace. They've beaten Leicester, who are last. You know, there's no one that they've beat that is anything really relevant. So, like, overall, the only team they've played is United, and they lost that game. Was it 2-0 or 3-0? I know it can be biased. I got to back in. You do have to back him in. But in the same sense, I believe it should be Nico Hines. Because he got his team. You got to remember that it's about regular season. And 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point go to the best player on the field, not from one team overall. And the 3 points is normally 100% of the time going to go to the winning team. The 2 points is normally 100% of the time going to the winning team. And 1 point is normally going to the losing team, best player on that team. Depending on if it was a good game. So, like, Dragons didn't win many games. Especially not late on in the year. Ben Hunt would have got most of his points at the beginning part of the year. So, Australia right side also. Let's see how long is your boy for. So 1-0 here. It's the 90th minute, guys. No, it was 3-1. Okay. Oh, was it Martinelli who scored? I can't remember. 4 minutes added on here. 4 minutes added on. Oh, chance here. And that will be pretty decent defense. Jay says Terry Lamb won the Dally M in 1983 with West finishing last. Different competition back then, man. Not professional really back then. Professional, but not really, if you know what I'm saying. It was barely. That was really the beginning of the professional era. When they started to really make groundwork into not having players working side jobs. Was that earlier? Can't remember. When did they start taking away the side job kind of deal? What about Tedesco? Nah. He'll win fullback of the year. He's not winning Dally M. Alright, 3 minutes to go here. Of added time. Australia looking like a not exactly comfortable 1-0 win, but a 1-0 win nonetheless. Or 2-0. No, save there by the keeper. Saved by the keeper. Hey. Saka was the only one to score in the 3-1 United Arsenal. Oh, Saka. That's right. That was a pretty good win there for United, but their fans still suck. Try and keep it football related. I know I've been speaking a little bit about Dally M, but like at least either keep about Dally M or maybe back to football, because it's not really a rugby league stream. We've got a rugby league stream tomorrow night. Don't know why this green screen messes up from time to time, eh? 2 minutes left of added time. 2 minutes left. Yeah, it's unfortunate we haven't seen Qual. I would love to see Qual today, especially. We're only up 1-0, so I guess they don't want to potentially concede. Fluke game for United. They've actually been playing not too bad, but in the same sense, they're not competitive at all. Not competitive at all for me. In regards to the league this year. I don't understand why it's doing this. Oh, I know now. I know why. I don't know why that did that, but I understand why now, because I had everything messed up. I don't understand why it's doing this. Oh. And Australia here. Opportunity to make it 2-0. Opportunity should make it 2-0. Shouldn't make it 2-0. No, save. I hope United get relegated to League 2. Do you think West Ham will get relegated? No. No. We're not even a quarter of the way through the season yet. West Ham are too big overall to get relegated. And especially considering the new stadium, they're too big overall to get relegated. West Ham is shit. Oh, we know that, Tommy. Oh, we know that. But they're not getting relegated shit. 30 or 45 seconds to go here. Aaron Moy gets it back inside here. Come on. Oh, that's a free kick. What club does Messi play for? Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain. What do you think will be the 3 stars of the Soccer World Cup? FIFA World Cup, 3 stars. Are you talking about teams or players? In regards to players, Malcolm definitely knows West Ham are shit, so 25, that's for sure. In regards to players, I will go with... 3-star players. Well, that's the end of the game there, guys. That's the end of the game, and Australia will win 1-0. I'll quickly answer this question here before we do jump off here. 3-star players. So my brain's kind of fried right now. I'd look towards England for one of them. My brain can't even think of players right now. I guess that's because we've been here for the last 90 minutes. Or nearly 2 hours now, or over 2 hours. I'd look towards England for one of them. I'd look towards Brazil for one of them. And I'd look towards... Yeah, my brain's fried. KDB, yeah, KDB is a good one, actually. KDB is a really good shout there for Belgium. Because Belgium are at that point where it's like, why do they always look good but never do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, Belgium are at that point where it's like, you have to finally start doing something with all this talent. You got so much talent here. You need to finally start doing something. But obviously, they just never do. They just never do. So, there we go, guys. I'm going to jump off for now. I'll be back tomorrow for some big games. I'm going to try and fix this whilst I'm on live right now, actually, because this is actually really annoying me why it's doing this. But yeah, tomorrow, guys, we do have the, what's it called? We have the Rugby League, and it's going to be a huge game. Absolutely massive game there. Ooh, hey, there we go. A little bit better. A little bit. I'm still a little bit all over the shop, but it's a bit better. But yeah, tomorrow night we have the Rugby League preliminary finals between Parramatta Squeals and the North Queensland Cowboys. I'll take this win here for Australia. It's just solid. It's fine. It's okay. Nothing too special, but hi, Mr. Streamer. Bye, Mr. Streamer. Appreciate it. But yeah, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some streams. And I'll probably do the NFL tomorrow as well, guys, between the Cleveland Browns. Oh, I just peed. The Cleveland Browns and... I can't remember. My brain's fried. My brain's fried. But alright, guys. Appreciate you. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.